Chicken jockey.
Oh man, another day, another.
Chicken jockey.
The Google Dockies. I can't believe it, chat. More Google Dockies. Holy shit. There's no escape, is there? There's no escape, chat. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Welcome in, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Holy shit. Subathon 301. I'm doing good. How are you? Booba. Yo, call me Sonic. CD's nuts. What? No, you didn't even set it up. You didn't even set it up. It doesn't work that way. You can't just come out here and lay it out. Nah, you gotta set up the joke. That doesn't count. Boo. Boo this man. Boo this man, chat. Boo this man.
This guy
Oh my god. Wait. Ah! You can't make me disappear anymore. Now all I do is just turn white for some odd reason. You guys probably look into that. I don't know why that is. It's just like, did you listen to the song that I played at the start of stream? That's actually, why do I have a wheel? Okay, well, you know, I do owe you 2 spill wins. Oh my god, I can't talk. I owe you 2 wheel spins from yesterday, so let's see what you get. Let's see what you get, chat. Oh, okay, all right, that's only a minute. Okay, I'm down for that. You can have a minute, chat. I was about to say, wait a second. Okay, that was just fortuitous timing. Yo, what's the stitch? Oh my god, there's a lot to talk about today. Holy shit. We gotta talk about viewership problems. We gotta talk about the boasty Google Dockies. We gotta talk about a million other things. A VTuber under fire about their bad advice. However, people are going way too far with it. As normal, chat. People always go too far when somebody makes a mistake, right? But how are you guys today? I hope you're doing amazing. We have a measly, 20 hours. What the fuck? Who put that many hours? What do you have 20 hours on the counter, chat? What the fuck happened? It's like we hit like an odd 12-hour sub goal or something. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, typical Twitter BS. So true. Well, guys, if you missed it earlier, if you weren't at the start of stream, that is really unfortunate because Nikto actually wrote me brand new music for the channel. Let me play it for you here for a second. You can listen to it. He absolutely cooked on it. He did so good. If you guys, Diddums, we're gonna talk about Diddums as well. She doubled down. Nikto absolutely cooked on this one. If you guys could, let me give you the link. Certainly go check it out. Give him some likes and support over on it because he absolutely cooked as always. Nikto is such a good composer, so then go check it out. He did amazing on it. If you missed it at the start of stream, I wanted to show it to you. But how are you guys today? What's up? What the fuck is an archipelago? Okay, all right, so archipelago is basically Shadow. What it does is it's like it takes like a bunch of games and mashes them together, and you have to complete certain objectives of one game before you can move on to the next game. So hypothetically, let me give you an example of a run. So you will start in Pokemon, play in Pokemon till you complete certain objectives, and then after you finish it, it will move you to Kingdom Hearts 2. And then in Kingdom Hearts 2, you have to beat stuff in that game, and then it moves you to another game, and so on and so forth. But it's like one big program, so it does it all together. It's really cool.
Commentary tuber. How was your V-Day stream?
It was good. It was good. It was very relaxed. I kind of wanted a little bit more of a low-key birthday. Just everything going on. Getting also play with your friends as well. It's really chaotic. I figured it was really good fit for me. But yeah, no, my birthday was great. It's very relaxed. That's exactly what I wanted. Just a little bit more of a low-key kind of stream. Everything going on with debut and the subathon and all that. I just didn't want like some big grand thing like I've done in the past. So I was really very happy to have a relaxing time with my friends. That's all I wanted, just to catch up and kind of hang out. But It was a great birthday. I got some ice cream cake. It was so good. I got ice cream cake. I love ice cream cake so much. How about y'all, chat? It is. The program is named after them because you use a bunch of games together. Oh, that's smart. That's really, really smart, Red. Yeah, I didn't know that. I had no idea what it was named after, so. It's a randomized and involves multiple games. You might find the Master Sword out of first Pokemon Gym or the Kade Gym in a Civ Tech tree. That's so funny. So I will definitely be giving that a shot once we hit the goal. But thank you guys for all your support. I can't believe we're back to 20 hours on the timer. That is absolutely crazy. Super crazy. Damn it, I want some mint ice cream now. Mine was Oreo. It was so good. It was Oreo ice cream cake. Oh my god. It was so good. I wanted to devour the whole thing, but I'm like, I probably shouldn't do that. But holy shit, I really, really wanted to. Did Nia give you a special present? She gave me an ice cream cake. Yeah, Kirby, I feel you on that. I was literally, as the song was playing, I was downing my coffee. That is such a mood. Did you know that hummingbird males have extremely high levels of testosterone, making them super horny, territorial, and aggressive? They have one of the highest testosterone to body size ratios in the animal kingdom. Wow, Lacey, thank you so much for that fact. Nobody asked.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm kidding. That's actually pretty cool. Kirby enjoying his coffee a little too much here, bro. That's me drinking my coffee. That's me, actually. Lizard. I can never guess when the last one is.
Lizard.
It's like so delayed every time. I can never get it. I'm like, what the fuck? That is kind of a crazy fact. Oh my god, did we already hit a dance party? I feel like we just started. Are you serious? All right, everybody get ready. Get on your dancing shoes. This is a level 5. No, level 3. Oh my god, guys, it's Charlotte. Oh my god, Charlotte's here. My favorite duck VTuber. I did scream for ice cream, absolutely. I definitely scream for ice cream. Bro, these are so wild. Like, I don't know how Tangia does it, putting all it together, but it's really fucking cool. They actually cook on it so hard. So, what's up, Roasted Dad? How are you today? What makes you a roasted dad? Like, what's the difference between a dad and a roasted dad? Did you just like hop in a volcano or something? Like, how does that work? I just have a fever dream. Yes, you sure did. Congratulations. Let's do the Scatman John. What? Oh, is that the Scatman guy? Okay, wait a second. I've heard that. You're talking about the YouTube, right? The YouTube Scatman guy? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like a that's creature ice cream. Yep, just like that. It is early Sunday. I feel you, chat. I feel you. But I had a great birthday. Thank you guys so much for all of the love yesterday, for all the subs. Hello, Rat Piss. How are you? That is the name of all time. Thank you for all the subs, all the support. I really appreciate all of you guys. I've been quite tired lately and kind of run down, so yeah, y'all definitely lifted me back up. So thank you so much. However, guys, I got a little bit of bad news today. I got a little bit of bad news, chat. Oh, how do I tell you all this? How do I tell you this, chat? I don't know how I'm gonna break this to you, but chat, tomorrow we're doing reacts. And then I don't stream until Saturday. It's all true, chat. It's all true. I don't stream until Saturday. I'm taking a small break. I know, chat. I know. No, dude, don't freak out on me. Don't freak out on me. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta get ready for debut. I feel like I have a good reason. I have a good reason, but yes, that is right. I'm going to be taking a little bit of time off because I got to get ready for my debut, chat. So I know it's sad. I'm sad about it too, but, 4 days without milk, 07s. You're going to miss my birthday then on Wednesday. Look, we might still hang out on Wednesday, depending on how my stuff goes. We might still do community night, but I know it's Joe over. It's so sad. Can we get 500 gifted subs? Absolutely so sad. But I do need a little bit of a break. I need to rest my voice. I need to rest. Just in general, like just overall, I just really need to rest. So, oh boy, can't wait for this someone to do something childishly cancelable. Yeah, I'm like, Evan, it's literally like, you do realize, chat, Rima and I are gonna be on break at the exact same time. 2 newstubers on break is really asking for some disastrous shit to go down. Bro, I think we're cooked. I think we're cooked, dude. Who gifted the 500 subs? That is actually insane. Okay, alright, fair enough, Anonymous, fair enough. Fair enough. But I have you know, Anonymous, I will find out who you are.
No!
I will find you. I don't know who you are yet, Anonymous, but I will find you. I will find you. I can't prove it yet, but I will find you. 2 Vtubers on break is the scene of the world. No, it's 2 newstubers. Like, we talk about this, we're newstubers. Why mine? You can't just claim me. That doesn't work that way. You can't just claim me, chat. It doesn't work that way. But 2 newstubers are gonna be on break at the same time, Fred. As you guys know, we're like the unseen force that holds together VTubing as a whole in drama. So as soon as we step away, everything melts down. Like Rima went on break, we had like a drama. Now that she's gone, and now that I'm gone, there's gonna be another horrible thing that happens. It's inevitable, guys. We're the secret invisible force that stops VTubing drama. So. Yo, serious, thank you for the 10 gifted. Bro, what the fuck? Thank you so much, I appreciate that. We do it sort of hype train? Yo, let's fucking go. Thank you so much, Siri. I really do appreciate all of the support. Thank you guys so much. Why are we already in a hype train? We just started, dude. The newspaper going on break, so the deer's gonna be visiting the horse at a farm. You know, I really wish I was. I would love to meet Rima, but it's getting harder for me to travel. Picking up chat. I do have a very important announcement to give you guys later today. I just be on the lookout for my Twitter. I kind of have some stuff that I want to tell you guys. But we'll talk about more in depth tomorrow. I want to put out the announcement about it, but I have some stuff to tell you guys about. But we'll talk about it tomorrow at the start of stream. So, I'm gonna go on break. Hololive is revealed this live company. Oh my god, please no. Please no. No, I would die. I love them. That's the only hope I have left in this world. Please. Yeah, I'm taking a few days off next week to get ready for debut and, you know, kind of heal up and rest my voice and all that good stuff. Because I certainly need it. So, Fat Man, thank you for gifting a sub as well. You get a dancing crap. Yeah, let's all make predictions. What do you think is gonna happen while I'm gone? I'd rather stub my toe than what? Why would you wish that upon it? Yeah, come on, Lockdown. Now you're putting it out there, bro. Now what's gonna happen? Now the photograph is gonna photograph. It's gonna photograph the photograph of a photograph, bro. What are you even doing? What are you doing? I can't believe this. The world gets nuked. No, we only hold back VTubing drama. We can't hold back nukes. Yeah, we're not that good. We're not that strong. Whoa. We can only stop VTuber drama, not little war crimes. But why are you guys playing Tetris inside of my fucking room? Take your games outside of my room. Yeah, that Tetris player is actually really bad. Let me know. I'm not deathly sick. You said your health was declining. I'm not deathly sick, but I'm sick. If that makes sense, but I'll tell you about it later. My prediction is Lara's growing bigger antlers. That's it. How did you know? How did you know? Speaking of bigger antlers, chat, I did actually show off some of my new emotes. I'll show you at the start of our news segment, but the place before, I wonder, yeah, wasn't that like a horrible move? Who the fuck programmed this Tetris? I know everybody's like, everybody's like, yeah, 20 hours, woo! And in my brain, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Why are we at 20 hours? How do you do this to me? You hate me, chat! Predictions, more V-Show just will be revealed. Another doxing story, and Zin gets thicker. Well, Zin is always getting thicker, which we will be talking about today. We'll definitely be talking about Zinteria's new thickness. Yeah, every time, dude. Every time, I'm like, holy shit. Yo, Shadow Dragon, thank you for the 10 gifted subbies. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much, Shadow Dragon. However, chat, even though I'm a heartless right now, I do want to talk to you about what we're going to be covering today. We're going to be talking about some Vtubers that got banned and then unbanned, so that's a good thing. Also going to talk about partner celebrations, debuts, and a lot of graduations, guys. We're going to talk about Mythos. What the fuck is going on with Mythos? So we're going to talk about them. Also going to talk about, of course, a big Hololive graduation. On top of that, guys, we're also going to talk about a little bit of Hololive news and a little bit of indie news. And then, of course, some of our big stories, including Boasty. We're going to talk about Boasty VA. Some documents got released on him. We're also going to talk about viewership issues. And, of course, a VTuber that was very heavily criticized. Sorry, Flim. Very heavily criticized for some of the things that they said. They gave some advice. It was not very good advice. Everybody definitely coming down on them way too hard. So we're going to talk about that. We are going to follow up about Denims as well. Denims, of course, saying some really dumb stuff again, doubling down on what they said before. So not really a huge surprise about all the stuff we're going to be talking about today, but still very important that we discuss it. I know we have been discussing the viewership problem in great detail. However, Megalodon actually made a video, gained quite a lot of traction, which is fantastic to see. We're loving to see more big VTubers and streamers talking about what is going on. Yeah, the tubes aside, I have another good Solder River. Oh, I agree, Nims. My thought about it is like, yeah, that's a definitely bad take, but I feel like Piper's a pretty good person. So sadly, people just love to, dunk on people. There's no room to improve on Twitter. Once you fuck up, you're done forever, right? Nims have no energy for such people who have a senseless dislike of VTubers. Yeah, it's really ironic that she talks a lot about, like all these like gooning VTubers and stuff like that, but yet she has OnlyFans. Like, nothing wrong with that, but again, like, don't insult people when you're doing the same thing, like, cattle call black thing. Which in fact is an accurate representation of what Flim moments feel like. Yeah, I'm like talking and everything's fine, and it's just like that's how my throat feels. Shadow Dragon, thank you again for the 10. I really, really do appreciate you so much for all those subs, guys. Y'all are absolutely incredible. Shadow Dragon is like gifting subs every single stream. It's crazy. Yeah, nothing is wrong with gooning. If you want to be a gooner, if you want to goon, that is fine. Nothing is inherently wrong with that, right? Seriously, but sadly, the problem is H Lover. People will weaponize that against you, even if they make content that is meant to be the same. They try to dunk on other people about it, and that's really fucked up, in my opinion. So, very hypocritical, right? It's always dumb to lump people under one umbrella. Exactly. Like, when we watched Dinam's clip last time, she literally just generically dunked on all VTubers, and I'm like, why? Like, what are you thinking, girly? What are you thinking? So, anyway, we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at her follow-up. All that other stuff. But again, guys, thank you for all the support. I'm still blown away that we're on Subathon Day 301. Absolutely crazy. So, I'm only going to tell you this week, guys, we're going to do reacts tomorrow. And then on Saturday, chat, is my debut. Let's fucking go. I'm so excited. Guys. I've been everything together. Oh my god, I'm just so pumped. You have no idea. I think all of you are going to be so excited for everything to come. Literally everything is going to change, chat. Everything is going to get updated, except maybe the VTuber review. I think that's the only thing I'm not going to touch. But everything else, I'm going to bring you so many new things, chat. You have no idea. Like, all these things that I think that are going to really make you excited to be here in the stream and to interact. You just guys got to see. I'm so pumped to bring you so many new tools and things for interaction. I think you're just going to love it. I really, really do. I brought a lot of things, so it's gonna be great. So the Cheerlar plush, you know that's not happening. Cheerlar is not real, and she can't hurt you, fat man. Shut the fuck up. But we are of course gonna be doing all kinds of stuff. Merch, maybe, Chad, new merch, all kinds of stuff. So thank you so much for getting the level 6 hype train. Absolutely crazy, guys. Thank you so much. We did get 4 wheel spins, so let's do a wheel spin times 4, and then we will hop into our news. How's that sound, everybody? Sound good? Bro, the Foot Lara plush would go hard. Although I would worry people would use it for the wrong reason, you know, Lacey? You know, people be using that for the wrong reason. Do I really have to give you 4 times milk, chat? Do I really have to give you 4 times milk? Fuck. All right, well, here we go, chat. 4 times milk. Oh my God. All right. Everybody, make sure that you get your milk because, holy gracious, you're getting 4 of them today. Oh my God. All right, there you go, chat. There you go. Get your milk, everybody. Get your milk. Look at the foot. My chat is breaking. It can't even keep up with it. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, chat, I have a feeling you're here just for the milk. I can't prove it.
Drink your milk.
But I'm pretty sure.
Why should I? I hate it.
You're going to be small and stunted forever if you keep using that stupid excuse! Shut up! I don't have to drink it if I don't wanna!
I can't prove it, chap. I have a feeling you're only here for the milk. Oh my God. All right, everybody do me a favor. And I got your milk. Type news. We are going to hop right into it, chat. A lot to discuss today. Not really a lot of topics, but definitely some in-depth topics that we're going to be discussing today. I'm actually going to open up with one of our, kind of the follow-up to Denims. I'm going to talk about that right at the start. And then we'll talk about debuts, graduations, all that other stuff. But anyway, chat, here is some our new emotes upcoming for the channel. Do you guys like them? Do you like them? I think they're awesome. Here, let me make it a little smaller so you can see. I think everybody loves the laser eyes. That's the one everybody's been talking about. So, you guys like them? Yeah, I think they're pretty badass too. So, yeah. So anyway, those will get uploaded starting on Saturday, chat. You get to use those the channel starting then. So, all kinds of new ones. I gotta update a bunch of other ones too. So, that'll be going down as well. So hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, this stair. I love the 2 stairs. The laser eyes though, that might be my favorite one. Also, can we just get some love for the fucking rolling animation, like the Dark Souls roll? Just like I love that one so much. That is like my favorite one. And the booba swipe, of course. Always the booba swipe. Hopefully Twitch will actually let us use it. And I try to ban it every time. Yeah, the Boopa credit card. That's a good one. Thank you again, guys, for all the birthday wishes yesterday. Really do appreciate all of you. It's very, very kind of all of you, all the wishes and all of the subs and everything. Y'all were absolutely amazing. What is this?
Here's a belated birthday gift to Lara.
6.9. Nice. Thank you, Pachi. Appreciate that dono. Thank you so much. Hey, guys, I'm going to do something a little bit different than I normally do. I'm going to hop straight into one of our stories. And I do want to talk about something going on here with Denims. Guys, you can do me a favor. Who has not seen this clip about Denims? Can you type 1 in chat? I wanted to see if I need to replay the clip or not. For anybody that hasn't seen it, right? Okay, so quite a few people have not seen it. So anyway, let me show you this clip about Denims, who is talking very negatively about VTubers as a whole. and she kind of got herself in pretty hot water. A lot of people upset by her statements. So anyway, let's take a look here.
Oh no, that's iDubbbz. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god. So sad for you, man. Well, I hope one day, I know you might think your life is over because you're 40 years old and you've never made a single friend in your life. But, you know, anyone can turn their life around.
I only really know her about the lawsuit. That's kind of all I know about her.
Oh, sorry, not you. I changed my mind. Listen, I love VTubers, but you know it's a special type of mental derangement when it's someone that follows exclusively VTubers and also Asmongold. This is not a good sign. Followed as...
Bruh, are you serious? Are you serious? So, because you follow VTubers, it's a special kind of mental derangement. Look, I mean, do I need to say anything, chat? I feel like the clip speaks for itself, you know? Like, come on, like, SMH.
Asmongold, right? Following Rich Campbell, okay. Then followed Asmongold's other account, Hyperfan, you know? And that wasn't enough, by the way. He's also following... Where is it? Asmongold 24/7. He needs his Asmongold, okay? He needs it. He needs his mold. And then was like, discovered Iron Mouse and was like, well, actually, sorry, discovered, it seems like a couple of VTubers before then, actually. He's been on his VTuber grind for forever. Asian Bunny X, respect, real, recognize, real. And then was like, you know what, dude? Yeah, let's just, it's time to goon, okay?
It's time to goon as you scroll by Chibi Doki and Iron Mouse. Yes, it's time to goon. The Chibi Doki and Iron Mouse. What the fuck are you saying?
Time to just VTube goon. So true. 3D women suck. None of them ever have loved me in my life. So it's okay. One of these VTubers, they're the only things that can ever love me.
She's just crashing out on a chatter.
Goon time, goon. Oh,
yeah,
and
the
he's
fucking
following the Nazi
Neurosama,
gooner,
like, come on.
Bait, obviously. This guy doesn't know when he's being pandered to. And he's like, goon, goon, goon. Oh, look, and he's following the Nazi rat VTuber too. Goon, goon.
I still don't know much about that. I gotta look into that. But anyway, yeah, you can kind of see from this clip just going off on his chatter.
With a certain mustache German.
Yeah, I was gonna say she has her own OnlyFans, like very hypocritical, right? Which again, I don't care if you create gooner content. Nobody should really care if anybody creates gooner content, right? Like, if you want to make adult content, good for you. That is amazing. Like, go get that bag, you know? If you want to express yourself that way, that is wonderful. Look, we support, you know, Nazi for content creators around here, right? I think that's great. But to see them, like, go off on a chatter because they enjoy that type of stuff and be like, oh, you like VTubers, so you're mentally deranged. Bro, are you serious? Like, that is such a blanket statement to make. You try to justify your argument.
Goon, time to goon. And now he's here. That's so sad for you. That is really tough. That's really tough. That's a brutal life you lead, man. I hope one day you can find a friend.
Aren't there like look, cha-cha, like cha-cha chat? Aren't there like a lot of like actual like not safe for work like creators like on here? Is she scrolling by not even mentioning? Like,
I think it's
come on,
possible
dude.
for you. I think it's too late for you, man. I think it's too late. I think it might be too late. And then he's like, he's also
Riri.
so stupid.
I don't know much
he can't
about
come
Riri.
up with like anything to come back with. Like, he can't even come up with an insult. His insult is just at himself saying, "I love my gooning VTubers." Do you frequently try to make fun of other people by making fun of yourself? Has it ever worked? Go outside.
Yeah,
man.
onigiri,
Just,
like
please.
I pointed that out last time. Onigiri, you're saying onigiri is like not super a content creator. Like, I would say that. Yeah, she said Asian Bunny was like real, recognized as real, but none of the other ones, right? So like, I would say that Cha-Cha and I are in the same boat, right? We don't make not safe for work stuff, but we're definitely like risque and like suggestive, right? But like, absolutely crazy this statement here. So this is what got everybody up in arms. About everything, right? Everybody was very upset about this. Well, chat, what do you do when something like this happens,
double
chat?
standard. People will call out Vtubers saying we are gooner bait but never call out the endless Earl streamers funneling Twitch viewers to of.
Yeah, again, chat, like, what do you do when something happens, right? You double down. But Denims responded after she went viral for calling a VTuber fans, and that person's following the list. So, makes fun of gooners who only follow hot tub streamers or right-wingers, complete silence. Makes fun of gooners who only follow female VTubers or right-wingers, intense modding. It's not that. Your double down is missing the point. It's the fact that you're being hypocritical about it, right? That's the biggest sticking point. You're being hypocritical about it. Yo, Juju, what's up, cutie? How are you? Juju in the house. Monkey. Chat, let me get a monkey. Come on, chat. I need all of your support right now. This is Juju here. We need a monkey. Monkey. What's up, Juju? How are you? Thank you so much for the raid, Gigi. I hope you're doing good, cutie. We are big vibing today, talking about a little bit of VTuber news, as I do every single Sunday. And yes, it was my birthday yesterday. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet of you. How was your stream? What did you end up doing today? Yeah, how was everything today? I am on subathon day 301. So I apologize if my my voice sounds a little fried. That's why, because it's subathon day 301. I have still not stopped, Gigi. I'm still going at it, but I hope you had a great stream. Thank you guys so much. Actually, talking about the Denims situation. Denims, I think I saw you comment on this actually. Denims was crashing out in a chatter. Who, for context, I was talking about like how this person only followed VTubers and they're mentally deranged. And so now we're talking about her double down on it. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ray. Thank you so much. Real love isn't easy, but easy love isn't real. Some random try to sell me stuff. What the fuck? So anyway, chat. Here, of course, is her double down. Naira says you attacked her. She said they got a white knight. The same way that Rick and Morty fans storming McDonald's for the Szechuan sauce ruined Rick and Morty. The asocial neat freaks in the VTuber community are actively trying their hardest. When VTubers, only VTubers, I attacked the two right-wingers. But like, I think that I don't really have anything to say about what like Naira said. Like, I don't really have a comment on that. I think my biggest point here towards Denims is she doesn't realize what she said was hypocritical, right? I think that's what she's missing out. It's not about right wing. It's not about left wing. It's literally that you made a generalization about VTubers, and you're pointing out VTubers as gooners, right? Gooner VTubers that are not gooner VTubers, right? Like, if you're gonna make a blanket statement, it needs to objectively be the mass majority of what you're mentioning, right? And in this case, that is not the case at all. It's really not. Yeah, you know, I've said this about Naira again, and I'll say it one more time for all of you. I thank you again, Juju. I appreciate it, but you know, I feel like there's some stuff that Naira has said that I agree with, right? I'll say it. Naira said some stuff that I agree with, and some of you guys might not like that, right? But I think that Naira sometimes has good takes, right? But sadly, because Naira is so aggressive all the time, right? So aggressive all the time, constantly trying to come down on people. Sometimes says some stuff in bad faith. Really, for me, it's the aggressiveness, right? Because of that, they are not going to be taken seriously anymore. And I think that that's unfortunate because they do have some decent takes, right? They do have some decent takes, but because they're so aggressive about it and they're not willing to have a conversation, they really suffer a lot because of that, right? If they were trying to have a conversation in good faith, that would be fine, right? But when it's so aggressive all the time, it's just not it. I see nothing wrong with agreeing and disagreeing with somebody depending on the subject. Absolutely chaos. But again, you gotta come from a place of understanding and you gotta be willing to have a conversation, right? Yeah, no, Dr. Emperor, I know that's a wild thing to say, right? That I agree with Naira and stuff, but I do. I think that Naira said some things that I look at and I go, you know what? I agree with that. But I don't agree with the majority of what they say, but you know, there's like 15% out of the 100%. I'm like, you know what? That's a pretty good take. But sadly, because of the way that they carry themselves and they're so aggressive all the time, they're just not, they're not really taken seriously by the majority of people, and that's unfortunate, because if they approach things in a way to have a serious conversation, I feel like things would be so much better, right, chat? And it's really sad, because I want to see people succeed, I want to see people do well, but if you're not willing to have a conversation in good faith, it's just not going to happen, right? And that's unfortunate. So that's all I really have to say about Naira. But I want to go back to the focus here, which is Denims, right? And I think that Denim's missing the point. You know, this generalization is problematic because you're pointing out people that are contrarian to your point, right? Oh, gooners and this and that. But then there's like a list full of VTubers that are not even remotely in that. So anyway, what is your thoughts about Denims, chat? I think I shared with you my thoughts, but I at least wanted to show you what I thought about it. What do you think about it? Of course, like, I think we've looked at this a little bit. People, you know, very upset by what, you know, they've been saying, right? So, like, of course, like, Auntie says, like, the fact she called VTubers gooner bait. He has OnlyFans. Kazahana saying constantly uses goon as a derogatory term. Because VTubers, that's a good point. I didn't really think about that. You know, I don't think goon is like, to me, it's not a derogatory term, but some people might view it that way, right? So that's actually a good point here by Kasahana. I didn't think about that. Legal says Denims is not only going to lose her lawsuit in epic fashion, but she kicked the little hornet's nest by attacking VTubers as a whole, putting many that are wholly undeserving of the slurs she slinged at them. And of course, Cha-Cha's like, Denim pointed at me and said, time to goon. Oh my god, thank you, Ian. So, very much so just, I think it's just a bad take. You know, I always remind you guys, don't attack anybody, don't go after anybody. That's not what we're here to discuss, but again, guys, like, I do think it's worth calling out. If you are gonna make a generalized statement like this, the majority of what you're presenting as evidence needs to hold true, and sadly, that is not the case. It comes off very hypocritical. Yeah. I think this was just a bad statement as a whole. So that is the Denims debacle, chat. But anyway, let's go up here and talk about some ban suspensions going on with VTubers as a whole. And first up, chat, I do want to talk about Kiki, who recently got banned for apparently absolutely no reason. My little job, and I've never had a temp ban before. So anyway, let's go take a look here at the video.
You know what? Thanks, Twitch. Okay, let's see. Indefinitely suspended. Receive October 3rd, 2025. Your account has been indefinitely suspended. Access to your account may only be restored upon a successful appeal. You can request reinstatement of your account if it's been 6 months or longer from the date that you have received your indefinite suspension. Okay. Okay, alright. Okay, let's see what I did. Indefinite suspension. Okay. Reason. View details. Thanks, Twitch.
Oh, yes.
Hey,
I love
thanks. What did I
Twitch's
do?
transparency. Thank you so much, Twitch. Yeah, I appreciate
did
all
I
that
do?
transparency that you promised us.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I have learned my lesson.
Yeah, I really learned my lesson from this. Thank you so much, Twitch. You're so helpful. Really appreciate that. Well, at least some good news, chat, for Kiki here. He did actually get unbanned, so hopefully Twitch saw this, but they said, we recently reviewed your case, found an error in the enforcement issued against your account. Very rare Twitch admittance of fucking up. We apologize for the inconvenience. We reinstated your account and removed the enforcement from your record. So, I mean, that is good, but again, this is somebody that does it full time, right, chat? So remember, this is what X amount of time? Let's see, this is October 3rd. Later that day, I'm gonna assume. No, so a full, like, almost 12 hours, right, chat? So, United is 12 hours of streaming where they lost revenue. Is Twitch gonna pay you out for that? Of course not, but that is still very serious. So anyway, don't support Kiki, but glad she is doing okay, chat. In other news, let's talk about some partner celebrations, debuts, hiatuses, graduations, all that. First up, chat, a big congratulations to Star Habit, who just hit partner. Big congrats to them. Let me get some claps in the chat, if you don't mind, guys. This is our celebration period, so gonna give everybody some love, of course. Little Princess also getting that Twitch partnership as well. Congratulations. I love their model. Very cute. Very, very cute. Sorry, Flynn moment. Also, guys, we have, of course, Imikeep. I hope I said that right. Imikeep. Of course, getting a Twitch partner. I like their model. Very cute. Congratulations to them on getting that Twitch partnership. And, of course, one more to celebrate, guys, is Vixen Blair. Vixen Blair also getting that Twitch partnership as well. So, huge, huge congrats to all of them. Absolutely amazing, amazing. Huge, huge, huge milestone to hit. Incredible. So give them lots of love, chat. And a big congratulations. And now we're going to move to the sad stuff. I'm sorry, chat. Yeah. What is the TTS name of the last TNG you used? Are you talking about the one that's like the Star Wars one? Yeah, it like the Star Wars one? Okay, well, this is a little bit of good news. Actually, I lied. So anyway, Ricky is actually ending his hiatus, coming back tomorrow, guys. So about 7 months of inactivity. And he is coming back. So that is amazing. Coming back after 6 months. That's incredible. That's incredible. So we will see them back here very soon. And of course, Toma actually had a very intense jaw surgery for the past 2 months. That's been the most mentally and physically difficult experience of my life. But I'm finally approved by my doctor to come back home and resume activities. I'll be returning to America this month. It will be at TwitchCon. Comeback stream is later this month. So great to see Toma back. I always like catching Toma. Toma's very sweet. Another news though, I do want to talk about some hiatuses going down. First up, chat, is Mochi Mochi Sakura, made up of Hoshimigiru Academy, and they are going to be taking a hiatus till November 30th. So again, wish them all the best on their hiatus, chat. Yeah, he's been gone for so long. Also, here is La Perrette. La Perrette is also taking an indefinite hiatus. Saying I'll be taking a different hiatus to focus on my IRL life and hobbies as well as my family. I believe this is the best course of action for my mental health due to the situation has been ongoing and starting to ramp up. So, anyway, good to see them that they are back. We will certainly wish that, or I'm sorry, that they're taking a break for their family. Wish them all the best, chat. How many times did you goon in a day? If you gooned to the stream, well, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Yo, thank you, Borg. Thank you for the super chat. My birthday was absolutely incredible. It was really, really good. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet of you. But yeah, my birthday was really, really great. I had a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Very kind of laid back, but all in all a good one. Let me add your time to my timer really quick. Because I know somebody that was doing that and wanted to spend so much time in the bathroom. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? You are derailing my stream. Anyway, I wish all the best here, of course, to Laporte, who's taking a bit of a hiatus. So, yeah, what the fuck? In other news, guys, let's talk about some graduations. And we have another person being added to the list of Irium graduations. Chat, can we get 07? Really sad to see, but again, I've talked about this quite a lot, where unfortunately, guys, Irium is just having so many graduations lately. And this one comes from Dahlia Grimm, who says, I'll be graduating from Irium effective October 9th. I'll be having some girlish streams in her graduation. I will not be ceasing all activities instead of focusing on the best independent horse girl there is. So I think this is very much in part, chat, mostly due to the fact that we've seen a lot of bad things going on with Irium. Sadly, because of this, chat, again, I don't know exactly what's going on with Irium, but we've seen things going on with them in the background, right? So I think people are just stepping away from the mobile app as a whole. And this is just another person being added to that. So, well, what are your thoughts on Irium right now, chat? Yeah, what are your thoughts about it? My phone is still kind of auto-correcting my shit. Why are you talking about gooning, though? Shut the fuck up, dude. We're not talking about gooning anymore. But anyway, wishing all the best here for Diagram. He is keeping her IP, of course, yeah. But she's stepping away from the mobile app, which is Irium. And we've seen, I know I've been keeping track of this for you guys, where we've seen so many people leaving Irium back to 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 back. You know what I mean? So I think there's something going on. I will let you guys know overall, but yeah, unfortunately, guys, with Irium, something's going on. I know we talked about, was Erebus Gray part of Irium as well? I'm pretty sure we talked about that, so I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Gooning is natural. God, why are we? Shut up! We're not talking about gooning. Oh my god. Which is why it's okay, chat. What the actual fuck is going on? I'm literally talking about Vtubers and you're talking about gooning. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Oh my god. What are y'all talking about? Yeah, there's something going to be Irium and Mythos. I think so as well, Daniel. But a lot of people leaving Irium with Erebus Gray stuff. It does feel like something is going on with Irium as a whole, right? What I will say as well, just to add to this a little bit, I do also think something is going on with Mythos, but we will talk about that as we get more into the graduations and stuff. So this is what happens when Denim's news gets brought up. I know, I'm like, but it was like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, that was like 10 minutes ago. So anyway, another person leaving. Yeah, mod check, like, holy shit. Anyway, let's go and talk about a very big graduation that just happened here, chat. Unfortunately, this is a really, really sad one. And that is actually coming here from Artemis, guys. And this is Artemis from Mythos. You guys are very familiar with them. Artemis actually collabed with me. We were doing some stuff with Smash Bros. Everybody remember that? Yeah, sadly though, unfortunately, really, really sucks to hear that they are indeed graduating, chat. So let's go take a look at what's going on here. I have some thoughts, Chocolate, but I'm not going to share it right off the start. So, of course, we have Graduation Artemis. Thank you for your support of Mythos. The talent behind Artemis will be graduating from Mythos on October 5th, which, of course, is today. His final streams are 3rd, 4th, and 5th. October 5th will be the official graduation stream. Please note, all throw proceeds raised during the talent's subathon went directly to his personal accounts. Mythos will not be held responsible for how any of those funds are ultimately spent. So, I don't really know what this is about. Maybe this is to do with, like, you know, some subathon goals or something like that. But this was the note from Mythos. So again, let's go see what Artemis had to say about the debut as a whole. Can somebody tell me what the hell's going on with the whole graduation? I'll try to tell you now. Artemis says there's a lot I'd like to see and too many people I wish I could have spent time with. I'll be talking a bit more about this on stream before trying to cram as much as I can together before the end. The clarification regarding my throne has no relation to my graduation. So I think it has to do with like subathon goals, right? But of course it goes on to say I'm officially graduating on October 5th. There are many things I would like to do. Countless people I would love to reach out to. Couldn't swallow the anxiety to do it. And more I wanted to create for everybody, but ultimately decided this is for the best. To my friends, my moon drops, and everybody who's been supportive, thank you. A couple of projects are released post-graduation, as they will not be finished in time. Management also insists I clarify that all throne proceeds raised during my subathon went to my personal account directly. Mythos is not responsible for how those funds were ultimately spent. I'm not sure what this is about. Maybe there's some kind of disagreement, but of course everybody's saying like big love. Let's play one last game together. Actually giving some love here. Salil giving some love as well. So I think what we do need to ask ourselves, so chat, at least right now, is sadly, what the fuck is going on with Mythos, right? So we have Artemis graduating, right? Zeus is gone. Hephaestus graduated. Hermes just kind of quit, right? Athena graduated. And now we have Artemis as well. I really hate to paint something so negatively because I love the Mythos girls. I love them a lot. But what the fuck is going on with Mythos right now? So many creators graduated really quickly. We have another, we only have one boy left, right? One of the boy talents is left. Something feels like it's going on, chat. I don't know. I don't want to like, put on too many, tinfoil hats on this. I don't want to stir any rumors, but it feels like something is going on behind the scenes with the agency. You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't know. Something is going on. You know what I mean? Internal undisclosed. I was woes to have that no one has said the courage to bring light right now. That I think so as well, Victor. That's probably it. There's probably something going on behind the scenes, but I guess what we can do is just wait and see. For me, I'm very much just, I don't know, chat. I don't know. I'm very much wondering what is going on. Very much wondering what's going on. So I will keep up to date if I hear anything. But for now, chat, my bells are ringing. You know, we have the sensory alarms are going off in the background. So feels like something's going on. Another news, though, chat, we got to talk about a very big graduation here with Hololive, and that is Yodoshi. This is a really big deal, chat. Really, really big graduation that came out of nowhere. This was a huge talent for Hololive and Regloss. This absolutely just came out of left field, right? So, thank you for continued support of Hololive production. We regret to inform you that Yodoshi, a member of Vtuber group Hololive Dev, will be graduating on October 3rd as a member of Regloss. They put immense amount of effort into their activities over the past 2 years and established herself as an essential individual for the development of Hololive Dev and Hololive production. We are deeply grateful for the passion she devoted to the fans during her journey with us. We once again sincerely apologize for the heartbreaking news, and would like to thank each and every fan or related party. Guys, this sounds like, unfortunately, health issues, from what we know about them. I forget the exact thing that they had, but this is definitely health related. So it's always the worst to see somebody graduate because of that, right? Health related stuff. So wish them all the best in all their future endeavors, chat. I really, really do hope that they were able to heal and start to get better. I think it's called adjustment, something like adjustment syndrome, adjustment disorder. Yeah, thank you. So anyway, let's go take a look there at her message.
To everyone who has supported me, though it was a short time.
Adjustment disorder,
the moments
thank you.
I spent as a off-gloss with Hololive were like a dream. Thank you so much for meeting me. I swear to keep loving my readers from now on. Please don't forget this. It's a promise with the #1 handsome Okun. Though it's hard to part, see you again.
She was amazing and I hope for a speedy full recovery. Me too. Me too. I just really hope that she is able to recover. And that's it. Yeah, I mean, I say it a left field because we weren't expecting a full-on graduation, right? I was expecting maybe more of a hiatus, so I could get why you would say that, though, Math. I could see that. So, of course, let's go take in here with Raiden, who, of course, had a very kind message to share with them as well. I mean, guys, this is a really big graduation, right? This is a huge talent.
It was so much fun to work together as
I'm not really familiar with adjustment disorder.
Staying over, having lessons, each and every day spent with you is a precious memory. It would be a lie to say I'm not lonely, with one of the 5 precious chairs of Regloss now standing empty. From now on, the path you walk and the path we take will be different, but if you ever feel
what exactly is
walking, look back
adjustment
and call
disorder,
our
chat?
names. I'll come to your side right away, and we can laugh together again.
Strong
and
emotional
maybe go for
anxiety
a walk.
response to stress or change.
I'm cheering
Gotcha.
for you on your journey
Oh,
ahead.
that sounds horrible.
Until we meet again.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. Wow, that's really, really rough, actually. So, well, I hope the best for them. Sincerely, that sounds really rough. Of course, Yagu went on to give a big thank you for all your hard work over the past 2 years. So it's always nice to see Yagu kind of weigh in on this and be so kind about everything, right? And of course, Marin also weighed in and said he revealed that, of course, she want to return soon for the sake of her fans. Yodoshi, but again, recognizes that and loves many of her fans and episodes about her family. Of course, Marin also announced that there's a song cover recorder with them and others will be completed this month or next. So there are still some projects to look forward to, especially some music, but they are graduating, chat, which is really, really unfortunate. Like I said, big hit to Hololive in the community here, so I wish them all the best, chat. Another news, I do want to talk about some events that are coming up, so you can write this down on your calendar. First up, chat, of course, we have from Perry Winkleton, who is doing a Halloween birthday concert October 11th at 6 p.m. PST. Of course, with 25 performers and 19 total songs. Absolutely incredible. Look at all these amazing creators that are part of that. You don't want to miss that one, chat. Yeah, it looks really, really awesome. Of course, on top of that, Benny Doki also has something going on here. The Hag Karaoke Relay, October 11th, 12 p.m. PST. We got like some Nickelodeon vibes going on. Looks like early 2000s or something like that. Yeah, like all the Disney Channel and stuff. It's like MySpace era like stuff. That's cool. I guess that's what it's called, the Hag Karaoke Relay. Oh my god. This is like so early 2000s. I love it. Nah, this is early 2000s as fuck. Look at this. Like fucking like MySpace. This is cool. Alright, Fortuna's gonna be there? Nice. On karaoke. Yeah, literally like a graphic is my design, my passion, like that thing. Graphic design is my passion. Yeah, this looks fun. Yeah, this looks funny. RAR XD, oh bro, that's definitely 2000. So, anyway, chat, this looks like a lot of fun. Go, certainly support Benny Doki on that one. That looks great. In other news, guys, we also have an event going on here, but from Big Nose Bug. Has come to Koheim Boys Melrose for a spooky VTuber party on October 5th, which is today. We'll be hosting a meet and greet with Big Nose Bug, Intra, Miss Lala, and Rainy Rain. Come to say hi and celebrate the Halloween season with a fun day of cosplay. So if you are in Los Angeles, California, you can head over to 7815 Melrose Avenue and meet and greet these VTubers in costume. Very, very cool. Very cool, irrelevant. So go check it out, chat. Really, really nice. All right, so let's talk about some debuts that we missed, chat. And then we'll talk about some upcoming debuts. And all the debuts that we missed, of course, is Buff Pup's chibi model. Looks so, so cute. Who would win, a raw girl or an uwu girl? Oh, definitely the raw girls. Raw girls are badass, right? Early 2000s girls will like kick you in the balls, you know? Like, it was a different time. It was a different culture. But super cute. I love this very cute chibi model. So big congrats, of course, to Buff Pup on their new chibi model. Of course, chat, if you also missed it, bro, Yomi dropped me on like this like last second, but of course, Yomi had their Halloween outfit debut with their cow outfit. Bro, you can't just drop these fucking outfits on me, guys. Like, there's no lead up. They're just like, oh, guess what? Debut. I'm like, how can I report on it unless you tell me what's going on? Anyway, this is really, really cute. If you haven't seen it, I'll go over to Yomi's stream. You can check that out. Very, very nice. Another news as well, guys. We also have Lasara, who, of course, debuted their 2.0. They are part of a new VTuber group, which we're going to talk about later. They are Spicy Monster Girl VTubers, so very, very cute. Go and give them some love. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be talking about this group here in a bit later today, chat. In other news, just to add to this, of course, Victoria did a surprise debut yesterday for her Carnival debut. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Step right up for the last best show you'll ever see.
A carnival showed up in town.
Listen to their laughter, their cries, hear them cheer and bang. They were just like you once.
And I feel like I never left.
The Ringmaster Circus is free for all to enter. How do you leave, you ask?
The ringmaster.
Yeah, definitely, like, I love the Alistair voice effect.
You don't.
I wonder if her little snakes drew that. Yeah, it's super cute. I wonder if the little snakes drew that. That would be such a nice tie-in to all of her stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. They're like, little snake, I need you to draw this evil art for me. Yeah, I wonder if it is by her kids. That would be super cute. Anyway, chat, I had to ask her. I don't want to bother her in DMs or anything, but anyway, chat. So, of course, Victoria did debut her brand new model. And here it is. Victoria tweeting out, yes, mommy, sorry, mommy. You can have my whole soul. Coming from, of course, her husband, Zolan. So, looks absolutely incredible. Love this model. Yeah, I love that she's like, I really love the pose models. I think this is so nice. I kind of like the leaning up on the ball. I think this is so cool. Awooga, awooga. Very, very cool. Love the mask as well. Absolutely cooked on this model. Big congrats to Victoria, as always, on her models. And other news, guys, I also want to talk about a Miss debut we had for Hinya. Hinya rocking her brand new Halloween outfit that she debuted yesterday. I feel like everybody debuted their outfits yesterday, chat. And of course, here we have, of course, from Hinya, Halloween model Dio. It's a Halloween model. Look at this. Very, like, I don't know what the aesthetic of this is called. I'm just going to say, like, Madoka Magica, like, kind of vibe. I don't know what it is, but it looks awesome. I love this so much. Giga, of course, tuning out as well. You know, she's like a mini Giga. Look at her. I love the umbrella. It's so cute. I would say, like, maybe like Gothic Lolita, maybe would be the closest thing. I don't really know, like some kind of like doll or something. But anyway, it is called her doll outfit. So here is, of course, a little bit of a showcase. Let's check it out.
Here you go.
Frozen Maiden. That's probably it, size even. Yeah, it's maybe like Gothic Lolita.
Halloween Henya dayo. So here's a Halloween Henya dayo. Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
How do I
Dio.
look, Dio? How do I look, Dio? Yeah. Look at the whole thing.
Yay,
This is
Dio.
crazy, Dio.
Maybe it's Victorian, technically, is the aesthetic. Like Victorian.
すごいドレスをいただいちゃいました。I got this kind of super cute dress that it's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Dio was never invented before, chat. No, that Hania actually created the word Dio. It's all true. So anyway, very, very cute. Wonderful, wonderful outfit there from the amazing Hania. Again, she just dropped that on this last second, chat. We didn't even have a fucking second to, like, you know, get on it, right? So, and here, of course, K9 Kuro also debuted his 3D debut. So here is a look at that as well. I really wish it would load. Okay, maybe I need to kill some tabs. She's so cute, Grand Taurus. I love her. You know what? Fuck you, Twitter. Let's see if we try this again, chat. Okay, well, it's not loading, but anyway, here's K9 Kura in 3D. It looks a lot like his live 2D. Fuck you, Twitter. Imagine what it looks like. Everybody say, ooh. Everybody say, ah. Wow, so cool. Wow, I just love 3D, especially when I can see the 3D. In other news, guys, Dia Fortuna also did her debut as well. And here is her reference sheet. Absolutely gorgeous model. Beautiful, beautiful model. They cooked on this. Wow, such 3D animation. It's gorgeous. Wow, amazing. So very, very nice debut from her. I like her eyes. They actually cycle like the heart, the diamond, the club. It's really cool. Of course, on top of that, guys, Hades also debuted her little cute chibi model on Friday. I missed this one as well. So very, very cute. Very, very cute. Everybody dropping all these models, and I never got time to report on them. However, I did get a report on this one, chat, which is Project Melody's Mall God Indie debut. Take a look at this. Looks absolutely incredible. Love the t-shirt. They cooked on this. This looks awesome. It's so 3D following the eel script. Amazing. Yeah. Man, so good. So good, foam. Wow. Yeah, this looks awesome. I love the big old, like, pigtails. Very cute. Very cute. So big congrats to Project Melody on her new outfit. Of course, chat, speaking of debuts, we're also going to talk about Centrea, who debuted her Dragon Master outfit in 3D. And of course, Mari did the work for that. I swear to God, they just get bigger every time, bro. The thickness keeps getting thicker. I didn't think it was possible, but here we are, chat. Absolutely insane.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, a magical museum. Yeah, I love how they like redid her lips, like the lipstick. Really good. So, I big congrats, of course, to Centrea on that. Here's some more pictures as well, because I really like the hood. The hood looks really good. Yeah, very spooky. Super cool. So anyway, chat, there's Centrea's new model. Big congrats, of course, to her and Mari cooking as always. On top of that, guys, we also going to talk about Yuzu. Yuzu actually debuted her Hollow Knight model. This one was actually made by Nui, who drew and rigged it. Let's take a look. This is so cool. Yeah, it's based off like the super boss from the first game. Yeah, whatever the super boss was in the first game, it's based off that, which I think is super cool. So again, big congrats to Yuzu. Very squishable model. Very cute. Of course, chat. One more to talk about here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with striping or stripping. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it correctly. But anyway, this is Sam Thorne, who is kind of a bigger YouTuber. Well, they did debut their VTuber model. They said after hitting an absurd sub goal to become a VTuber last year, it's finally time. Again, I'm not very familiar with a strip pin. Okay, got you. So anyway, here is their VTuber model. Very stylized. It looks really cool. I want to show you guys this brand new model out there. What do you guys think about it? I think they cooked on that. Looks really nice. Yeah, I still need to be regular Hollow Knight too, so I have a lot of work as well. Yeah, looks really good. Another news though, chat, I do want to talk about some debuts. So everybody pull out those calendars and pins. We're gonna get you to write these down. So first up, chat, is Vitalis. Vitalis is debuting coming up October 9th. Birthday stream in 3D model debuts, so very exciting. So go and check them out and support them if you want to, chat. Sounds like a really good time. Of course, in other debuts to talk about, we also have Doki Baby was debuting on October 26th. So let's take a look here at their trailer. Oh my god, I have branchlers, let's go! Oh no, it has some big old wings, so I don't think they're a fellow deer, to be fair. I don't think they're a fellow deer, but their model looks incredible, so certainly go support them, chat. Very nice. Another news, guys, we also have Ida. Ida is debuting their new stuff as well. VTuber debut announcement, October 25th. Let's go take a look. So anything with antlers, you're gonna be like, close enough. I'm pretty sure, Misu, it doesn't work that way, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way, but, you know, sure. Why not? It's the one-winged deer. Oh, God. The one-winged deer. Very cool, chat. So certainly go support them out over on October 25th. Very cool for Ida there. In other news, guys, I also want to talk about one of your favorite VTuber, agency VTubers, from Elara, who is Amy. He says, you'll come see my new Halloween model today, right? This is actually, yesterday. I tried to go and show this off to you, but it looks like the video was unavailable. So, if you had some pictures or something, send it my way. I would love to see it, but, of course, congrats to them on their debut. Looks really, really good. I'm not a fucking caribou. Shut the fuck up. Also, on top of this tab, we have Nova debuting on the 11th. Let's take a look at this one. Very, like, Persona inspired, you know? Very Persona 3 inspired. I love it. Very nice. So again, big congrats to Nova on their upcoming debut. I'll go and support them, chat. Now, I have plenty more debuts, so don't go anywhere, chat. Pull out those calendars back out. I'm not done with you yet, chat. I'm not done with you. We also have, of course, Malum, who's from First Stage Production. Gotta say, First Stage Production has been cooking. They are doing the debut for their 3D coming up October 11th, chat. So get excited for that one. At 8 p.m. PDT. Also, of course, we have Sachi. Sachi is doing their debut coming up on November 1st. This one looks pretty good, too. That's a lot of eggplant, bro. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. So anyway, so I'm gonna go check out Sachi's debut coming out. Holy, hey, yo. Of course, chat, we also gonna give some love to our very own good friend Vampykins, who's debuting coming up. Your Vamp Rat Cat VTuber is coming October 13th at 11 a.m. PST. I summon you. Will you come? Anyway, let's take a look here at her trailer, chat.
So this is where we start over.
Thanks you.
I'm ready.
Oh my god, guys, Meowykins is real. Meowykins is actually real, chat. I knew it. The legends were true. Meowykins. Meowykins. Yeah, those look good. New stage scene, nice. Yeah, these look good. Oh my god, merchandise, imagine. Ooh, music video, let's go. Well, chat, this looks pretty incredible. So, as always, Vampykins is always cooking. We love her so much. Please give her some love and go support her. Coming up, of course, on October 13th. Okay, chat. Now, I did save the best for last. And I gotta tell you, chat, you know me. I've seen a lot of debuts, chat. I've watched a lot of amazing VTubers debut their models. I've seen their trailers, etc. Chat. I am going to tell you right now, hands down, this is the greatest VTuber debut trailer I've ever seen. And I know that is a really strong statement, but I'm telling you, chat, this is the coolest trailer I've ever seen in my life. So anyway, of course it comes from, has to come from nobody other than Alpine Showtime, right? Alpine does some incredibly creative work, and I'm just gonna play the trailer. It's insane. Anyway, Alpine his debut is coming up October 6th. That is my new VTuber model. Halloween has begun. So anyway, take a look at this trailer, chat. Bro, this is actually the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like Tim Burton stop motion style. This is insane. This is absolutely so cool. On top of that, he did give us an early preview of what he calls his hydrate redeem. So let's go take a look. New short, keep this a secret. He said it started out as his hydrate redeem.
There's no better flavor than the taste of blood from my enemies. You will keep this a secret, won't you?
This is a Vtuber model, chat. Oh my god. Certainly, please go support him tomorrow. Absolutely insane, chat. I'm so excited for this debut. So much like Tim Burton nostalgia, Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. This is amazing. I told you guys, probably one of the greatest debut trailers I've ever seen. This is the greatest debut trailer I've ever seen. This is crazy. So really go support Alpine if you haven't started already. They are very, very cool. I think they go by they, them, my bad. I think I said he, so. But very, very awesome, chat. Go give them some love. So I know we've been giving a lot of love, chat. So now, chat, we gotta talk about, unfortunately, so the opposite of that. A little bit of, not love. And I want to talk about something that recently happened in the Vtuber space. About a Vtuber that, gave some advice, right? The advice was not very good. However, I want to talk a bit about that. Then also, of course, the response by a lot of people. Unfortunately, a lot of people were very, very harsh about this particular advice coming down on this person really, really hard. And I think a bit too unnecessarily. So anyway, let's go take a look here at the post. And this comes from Piper Sensei. Now, this isn't the first time we've had Piper Sensei on our news, right? I think this is the second time we had something where we kind of said something that was like, not the best. This one, however, was a pretty bad take. I'm going to be straight up, chat. This was a bad take. I'm going to be real with you, you know? Now, I think Piper is incredibly sweet, incredibly nice person. Chat, we all fuck up. We all make mistakes, right? And that's how I treat this. Piper really made a mistake, and hopefully they learned from it. So anyway, let's go take a look at what was said. Piper says, Halloween special, don't be that viewer. I cannot stand viewers who do this and cannot think of any other reason they do this other than it being a pathetic ploy to get attention. Pretty strong statement, right? So don't be that viewer. Viewers who give a play-by-play of their life, even though nobody asked. Things that they look like we're out of cereal. I have a school later, but I don't want to go. I'm going to go play unrelated game now. Now, I'm going to be real. This is very basic stuff. This is normal stuff that people are going to share with you. I don't think this is a pathetic ploy to get attention. This is very normal conversation, right, chat? This is very normal things that people say over Twitch or even just in chat, right? Of course, while this can be rude, it detracts from the streamer in the game. It's dismissive of existing related conversations happening in chat. It can come off as attention seeking. I mean, like, I think I understand what they were trying to go for, but they certainly presented it in the worst way possible. Keeping on topic is important. Like, let's see, chat talking about the gooning stuff. I'm like, guys, we already moved past gooning. Like, come on. What the freak are you talking about? Like, let's get it back on track. I can understand that, right? But stuff like this is very much just like conversation. I have school later, but I don't want to go. That's very relatable, dude. I can totally understand that somebody would not want to, go to school, right? I get that. So very relatable. I get it. But I do want to say that this was just not a good take, right, chat? And I think most of you would agree. Before we continue, do you think this was a bad take? Yes or no? Was fed out of character for her and it came off as passive aggressive. Right, exactly. Which I was kind of surprised this came from her because I'm like, this doesn't normally read like Piper, I don't expect something a little bit different from her, Right, very, very much just a bad take. That's the way that I would treat it. So, kind of a bad take here, chat. However, people really came down super hard on her. This actually became trending over on Twitter. Of course, let's go look at the comments. Kirsten just has to be rage bait because no way somebody wants to be a streamer. Has this shitty attitude. My chat is including me into all their IRL gossip or updating me on their pets. What's the point? It's called a community for a reason. I want to hear every little thing that's made somebody happy that day. I want to hear their terrible food combos. I want to stay together, right? VTubers are welcoming. The majority of people are nothing but a bunch of losers. So again, like, somebody kind of really coming hard on them. I love apologies to Rita's Damage Control. Not the first nor the last time that I have a bad take like this. I did follow them years ago for their advice until it started seeming too similar for the likes of what was recently shared and didn't align with what I felt was right. Yikes, calling viewers a pathetic ploy for attention is not it. Fearlessly about your chatters, maybe you should be a content creator. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. This was a bad take. This was a really, really bad take, but Piper did go on to apologize. Piper said, I have to leave my post. Spreading misinformation trying to police how viewers should act in people's streams. I apologize for insinuating the norm. And to push my own narrative onto other streamers. Read more below. Many VTubers, including myself, have a strict no off-topic rule in chat. However, it isn't necessarily common practice, which I wrongly push. I believe all streamers can set their own rules and should protect their boundaries. I'm sorry this fundamental message was delivered poorly. It's important to read and follow the rules of the streamer you're chatting with. I have several experiences in the past where viewers derail from the current topic and try to monopolize the conversation. This is not aimed at casual viewers who want to talk to their favorite streamer. I'm sorry for speaking for all streamers and calling casual chatting a pathetic ploy. It's supposed to be a post for those who may deal with unwarranted situation, as mentioned above. So I do think that with any type of situation, right, chat? Context is key, right? I think that Piper has been nothing but really kind in the past. I think that he put out some genuinely good advice. I think this unfortunately was just a really, really bad take, and people decided to come down hard on them. Now, I will say this part, pathetic ploy is really, really strong wording, right? They should not have used that. But what I will say just overall about this chat is, you know, people fuck up, right? People make mistakes. I think that in a lot of situations, you have to look at the person and be like, okay, was this just a genuine mistake? And are they willing to learn from it and improve, right? In my thoughts, I think the Piper is gonna take this to heart and improve, right? So I don't think it was meant to attack anybody. It was just a bad take, and that was it. But what do you guys think about it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think that people coming down on her was warranted?
Here's my hot
What do you
take.
think, chat?
As a streamer so small I'm nearly non-existent, I welcome all conversation from anyone, as without viewers a streamer is nothing. Much love to all viewers.
I agree. This take here is just not it. It's not it, chat. There is very much, we should not be pushing our chatters away, right? Like I want to hear about your day, right? I want to know about it. I mean, I don't want to hear that you're goon, but, you know, I want to hear about your day, chat. I want to know all those things, like share that with me. So, I think very much so that, unfortunately, people were not willing to apply any type of nuance to this, right? They were just like, hey, like, you know, even though you've done all these cool things, you have one bad take, you're ruined forever, right? So, she apologized. I think that's a big step. Hopefully she learns from it, and that's kind of it. So, what's up, Maple? How are you, kitty? Good to see you. Welcome in. Anyway, chat, final thoughts. Anything else that you want to share? Yeah, like she's taking accountability, you know? So, oh my god, it was good. I had Oreo ice cream cake. It was so good. How was the rest of your day, kitty? Yeah, like, I mean, like, the thing is like, if you apologize, right? I kind of have like, okay, this might be a hot take, right, chat? Are you guys ready for a hot take? I'm gonna give you a hot take. Kind of like, I think her advice was coming from a place of frustration. It makes sense. For example, it's really poor, exactly. So, hear me out. When you make a bad take, right? You say something like this. What is the point of people getting mad at you, right? To give you feedback, whether it's constructive or whatever, and for you to admit you made a mistake, right? So why is it that when you make a mistake and then you go on to admit that you made a mistake and you want to do better, people still want to chop your head off? Like, wasn't that the point of admitting you made a mistake and want to do better? I thought that was the point of people, quote unquote, calling you out, right? Like, wasn't that the point for you to learn from your mistake? Like, you know, when people learn from it, like, just, that's it, you know? This person just kind of talking
Einstein
about the
once walked
examples,
into a
right?
classroom and on the chalkboard wrote the multiples of 9. However, he did 9 times 2 is 11. The whole class laughed, but he replied, yes, you laugh at this
Exactly,
mistake, but
exactly.
you ignored everything I did right.
Yeah, you have to be 100%. So, and I mean, this person doesn't like their apology, and that's fine, right? You can decide whether you want to accept it or not, right? Of course, saying it's a wild take for a streamer. I mean, I think that wording is strong. I agree with that. You know, knowing Piper and their history, I feel like Piper normally comes from a good place, right? So, for me, I'm just like, yeah, you made a bad take, and that's it, you know? But I think sadly, as a whole, people get way too up in arms about it, right? They want to, you know, bring out the pitchforks and maybe say like, oh, I'm sorry. They're like, oh, well, too late. I've already stabbed you, you know? So I might as well just dig it in deeper and make you bleed out. So just something to think about, chat. When any situation, especially like these happen, kind of take into mind a little bit of nuance with it and a little bit of context. Obviously, this take is bad. There's no defending this or anything, but look at a person and be like, you know, hey, they made a mistake. Like, let me give you an example, right, chat? Who was like perfect, right? Like, I would say like Iron Mouse, right? Iron Mouse is like the epitome of perfect, right? Are there people out there that have looked at Iron Mouse and said, oh my God, Iron Mouse, you're such a horrible person for the way you treated the V-Shoujo stuff? Surprisingly, yes, there is, because I saw that shit on Reddit, which blew my mind. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna point out that Iron Mouse is a bad person? But let's say hypothetically, right? That's a thing, right? Yeah, which is crazy, right? But let's say like hypothetically that's a thing, right? Looking at the context of it, you'd be like, you know what? Mousy is such a good person and so good. Let's say she hypothetically made a mistake, right? Everybody would be so willing to forgive Iron Mouse because context, right? Let's say she made a mistake, right? Let's say that she forgot to send out merchandise as an example. I think a lot of people would be willing to understand, you know? Yeah, it was crazy. It got like deleted pretty quickly, but I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? People are just wild, dude. People are just wild. But anyway, look at the context, look at the person. If they are kind of a better person, haven't had like a bunch of history or problems, you know, maybe it's better to be more willing to forgive them, or at least look at the message and be like, you know what? You fucked up once. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. So, and that's kind of how I feel about Piper, but you know, let me know what you guys think. I always want to hear that. Always want to hear that. But the other thing that we need to talk about, it's Twitter. People are going to dogpile. It doesn't matter, Siri. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. You know, you can talk about anything. Like, even when I made my post about, like, the Taka situation, I had a lot of people commenting on it. And I'm just like, not a good way either, you know? And I didn't expect that. It's just, it is what it is. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about another big issue going around. I mean, if you were a streamer, in my chat right now, if you actively stream, type 1 in the chat, because I know this is going to affect you, or it's already affecting you just as much as it's affecting me, right, chat? I mean, that is the viewership issues, chat. Yes, my birthday was good. So I'm really, really glad because I talked about this on last Sunday. I talked about this on Wednesday. And I think, you know, Mega put out a tweet on Thursday about this, which is great because, chat, I'm very excited to see more big streamers talk about these issues with viewership. Sadly, chat, I told you all, I don't know what's going on. I can't tell you specifically what's going on because I don't know. And every example I get is not applicable to everybody, but we know something is wrong with viewership. We know something is wrong with viewership. In Red, I'm going to be honest. You don't even need coverage of this to get a compelling argument. We already know something is wrong. The evidence is clear. It's very straightforward. Like, you don't need a bunch of people to explain this in depth. You can look at the declining numbers. Something is going wrong. We just don't know what it is. And I know there's a lot of theories. I'm going to be honest. I don't think any of them have proven true to me based on the research I've done, my manager's done, based on the things we've seen. It's not applicable to everybody, right? There's examples where it does count and other ones where it doesn't, right? So we don't really know. But what I can tell you is something is wrong. And I'm really glad that, you know, I'm not the biggest VTuber, chat. I'm really not. Even though I cover new stuff and, you know, that's kind of a big thing, getting a lot of people tune in for that. Mega's audience is like way bigger than mine is, right? When it comes to live streaming. So her speaking out about this is a very big deal, and we need bigger
I'm a
streamers to
regular
start talking
lurker
about
in
it
most
more and more.
streams, having them on in the background while doing work.
Right.
Hearing my view isn't being counted makes me feel bad, since simply watching is the easiest way to support a streamer.
But Chip, you know what's bad about that? There is no evidence. Well, there is some evidence, but not conclusive evidence that supports what you're saying. In most cases, yes, lurkers are not being counted, but in all cases, that doesn't prove true. But like I told you, Chip, we don't know the actual reason. And that's what's even more fucked up, because we want to know what it is. Because we can instruct our audience, hey, do this, do that, do this. And sadly, we just don't know. There's other streamers out there that their lurkers are being counted for. It's crazy, but something is going on. And I hear you, Chip, because your favorite streamer, you might be lurking, and it might not count, right? Which is crazy. So, yeah, and Walk does have a good point. That was something I have on my notes to mention, but I'll read it now. Twitch has said the video player needs to be active. They also have said that if it's behind Windows or in the background tab, the player will stop and you'll stop being counted. It's like, for me, I bring it up in a separate window. But nonetheless, let's go take a look at what Mega had to say about this. Again, I think more streamers need to be talking about this. Not just VTubers, but also regular streamers as well. Like Tubers.
So, before I even get started, there's no harm in letting me know that I'm wrong. This is not Twitter, and if something gets clipped and posted on Twitter, please Twitter, okay? Just let me know I'm wrong. There's no need to scream. You know,
exactly, Nitro, exactly, just like I said. More people need to talk about it. Everybody needs to talk about it.
I will not be upset or think that your thoughts are invalid or scream back at you, okay? I'm going to let you say what you need to say, okay? Thank you very much. Okay.
The problem is why this is important to speak out about. Like, number one, it's your numbers, right? It's your livelihood, etc., right? That's very basic. But the other part that surrounds it too is the fact that, like, a lot of smaller streamers want to talk about it, and a lot of people have invalidated them in the past, right? A lot of people have invalidated them, been like, oh, like, you're fear-mongering, etc. And that's kind of why I waited to speak out about it till I had a little bit more of an inkling, because I don't want to fear-monger, guys. I really don't want to talk about stuff if I don't truly 100% have a better idea. For the most part, I mean, sometimes I talk about stuff when it immediately happens, but, you know, when it's something that's serious, I like to wait. But sadly, a lot of smaller streamers have been treated badly because they want to talk about it, right? So I'm glad that bigger streamers are acknowledging it, because it is a big deal.
That's what I needed to start off with. Let's get into this. This is something that, as a medium-sized streamer, I feel like I need to do my dues and try to help people if I can. And I feel like in this sense, I can at least help by bringing attention to this subject. This is about Twitch viewer counts. It's a little bit of a scary topic, because if you talk about this and you're a streamer, people will assume that you're a view botter. It's very unfortunate.
I don't know if that's the case, at least not in my case. People haven't done that, right? They're like, oh, viewership, you're a view botter. I mean, I could see that being like an argument, because people come up with any reason to, you know, invalidate you, right? But I have not seen that, right? Yeah, the last week I've gone through some streams and counted the discrepancy of viewer count. The actual people in the chat, and it's wild. Getting to as high as 50% for some, it's hit me. Also, a lot of people who are partner pushing. I will tell you, chat. I've not officially acknowledged this, but I'll do that now. I've been hit by this. This has absolutely affected me. My stream the other day where I played BioShock, which isn't a normal like thing that I play, right, chat? And again, I'm not saying this to complain. I'm just telling you that I can acknowledge this. The stream that I played BioShock was the lowest viewer count that I have had this entire year. Period. 100%. That is crazy, chat. That is absolutely insane. So something is going on. Something is happening, chat. And I will tell you, if it's lurkers, whatever it is, it needs to be addressed. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But anyway, let's let Mega talk.
That people are down.
And again, I don't say that to complain. I don't want you guys to think that, right? That's not why I'm saying this. I'm just telling you and acknowledging that it has hit me as well. And again, I'm not complaining at all, guys. I'm very, very thankful for all of you here. Literally run Subathon D301. How the fuck can I complain about anything? But I just want to at least acknowledge, like Yomi acknowledges she has problems. I want to acknowledge that I'm having problems too.
I'm playing the seriousness of the situation. These are people's livelihoods, and whenever you discourage someone to the point that they want to quit because they
Out
think
of the
no
whole
one's
year,
showing
Philip,
up, it's not
isn't
good for the
that crazy?
platform. It's not good for the people that are putting their heart and soul into every stream just to see nothing come out of it. Sorry, I'm tearing up a little, but I'm not gonna cry. Okay, this is not. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I know Spy mentioned it as well, which is something I will mention
Bring
here as
attention to
well.
this. So this is not just streamers complaining on Twitter. This is streamers genuinely being discouraged for the hard work they're putting in. We need to explain how we got here. I was in a call with my manager. We were talking about viewer counts and how it seems like there's something going on, but we're not quite too sure what. So I had my manager count all of the users in my chat. He found that there was a 200 count difference. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open-minded person, like I said. It could have always been like this. I could have just had bad streams. I could have just had a period of time where it's after subathon, you know, there's not gonna be as many people there because there's
But part of the reason that I didn't want to speak about this, chat, is because historically, for my non-streamers out there, September, October, November are very low viewership months. This is it's seasonal, right? Like being a streamer is like being a carny. Like we're seasonal, right? Like we have like high moments and then we have dips. It's like tourism, right? So for me, I'm kind of like, okay, maybe it's low because of the season, right? You know, it's fall, kids are back in school, and I mean college kids are back in school, stuff like that, right? I can't say kids, I'm 25. Like, what am I saying? But people are back in school, everybody's busy, stuff like that, right? So seasonally, I kind of expected it's going to be lower. So this is why I waited to acknowledge it till last Sunday, because I was just kind of like, I don't really know.
There's subathon down. I understand. In my opinion, okay, please don't scream at me. I'm not used to doing things like this, nor do I want to do something like this. I put out a tweet saying, does Twitch not count lurkers anymore? So I figured, okay, I can get other people's opinions and see what's going on. I did not at all expect this many people.
And again, chat, like, the thing with Twitch is they have always been very clear about the fact that you have to have that active window. That comes from Twitch itself, right? That's very true. However, I do want to say, even though I told you earlier that we don't know if it's a lurker thing, I will be very transparent with you. I think it is the lurker thing. If I had to give you my opinion, I think it's something to do with how Twitch has adjusted something based on lurking. I mean, yes, it says you have to have an active window and so on and so forth, but I think now there's something going on. There's something they're using to invalidate viewers. I don't know what it is. Again, this is what I think is the best theory. If I had to pick one, you know, you're like, oh, aliens are real. Like, well, yeah, maybe not. But if you're like, oh, there's UFOs, okay, I might say that's the best theory, right? To me, lurkers and invalidating them is the best theory we have right now, chat.
At all whatsoever. All of these are like first-hand accounts of people who have been hurt by this. This person just says, yeah, I was right at the cups of twist.
Yeah, I've heard
Twitch
app blockers
partner.
as well,
Sorry.
but hey, Chip, the second that I heard that, my manager tested this. And my manager said that in some, they're counted and in others, they're not. So that does not prove to be either true or false. It's up in the air. That's another one.
Oh, yeah, I'm a little
You know,
nervous.
yeah, a lot of theories.
And then my
So
viewership tanked with the update. Then when raids pass by, of let's say 100, I only gain like 10 people who follow and say hello in chat. I've been
Absolutely,
no,
Chip.
I've been pushed to be more entertaining so I can keep crawling my way up.
imagine this, chat. Imagine that you are pushing for partner and this shit happens to you. How discouraging would that be? You know, like I would be so discouraged.
Do you know how
if
discouraging
that happened to me?
is? Do
I
you
feel
know,
so
like,
awful
they think
for
that
those
the reason
those
this
streamers,
is
you
happening
know?
is because they're not entertaining enough for someone to type in their chat.
And by the way, Yummy, I appreciate you acknowledging that. Thank you so much. Because the more voices we add to this, the better, right?
That is horrible.
So thank you
Let's
so
go down
much
here.
for
it feels
saying
like
that.
my average viewers dropped down by a lot. It's a pain. What is Twitch doing? This person says, no, 90% of my viewers are lurkers. I love all of them. But I went from
Nah, they
10
just made it
average to
easier to
2.
hit
Going
tuxedo.
from double
That's
digits
not true.
to single digits is disheartening as hell. When checking to see who's in chat, all of my normal people are there, but not counted. Last instance that I have on here, trust me, there were so many more, but I didn't want to have this whole entire stream turn into a sob fest. because I would start crying. So this person says, yeah, I have like 10 people watching, but Twitch will only count one of them. It's like they're just waiting. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's like they're just wanting you to migrate to another platform.
In chat, I want to give you another example of this. Sorry, I keep turning off the music by accident. Let me give you another example of this. And this comes from Lauren Kangaroo. Lauren says here, of course, that she has like some extra information that Twitch gave her, which again, I don't know how true this is, right? But we'll get back to that here in just a second. What I do want to show you here is a streamer that is directly suffering from this. Look at this. This comes from Cheery, who says, don't you just love when you have 5 viewers? There's no way we're getting partnered with this update. So look, 5 viewers, right? But look at their viewer count. This is directly contradicting their viewer count compared to their viewers. Like, and these are real people, right? These aren't bots or anything like that. So why are they not being counted? That's absolutely insane, right, Chad? That's absolutely insane. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So there is proof of what Mega is saying, right? She's not just lying to you. I just showed you an example. It's absolutely a thing.
Do you see how disheartening this is? That 8 count difference means so much to so many people. Yep. I've been there. That shit is, it feels really good whenever there's not, 2 people in stream and you get to the double digits. That feels amazing. If I was a small streamer still to this day, and I was still averaging 15 viewers, and my viewer average dropped to 5, or potentially even 2.
I mean, I'll be honest, chat. For your viewership to drop that much is extremely, extremely depressing. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. I'm not gonna, sprinkle pixie dust on top of you and pretend everything's fine. Like, that is absolutely depressing. People would, I would want to quit. You know what I mean? Like, if that kept happening, it's demoralizing, it's depressing. It's horrible, Twitch count me, I'm not a bot. There you go. So it's important to acknowledge not only how bad it is, but also how demoralizing it is to streamers as a whole.
I would quit. I'm not lying. I would quit.
I'm glad that she says that as well, because I would too.
We can't find diamonds in the rough if people are quitting because of this. If we look at my analytics,
no, I'm not 50. Shut the fuck up.
But I don't matter nearly as much as the smaller streamers in this scenario because I have a very dedicated community that I know I can lean on.
And again, for me too, like Mega said, like I have a dedicated community, right? So I'm lucky because I can weather this storm, right, chat? I'm gonna be okay, but not everybody's gonna be able to do that. And we don't even know if this is gonna get better. We don't even know if this is gonna improve one day. We just have to deal with it, chat. It is what it is, right? But I think that we do need to talk about it and spread the word about it so that we are trying to push Twitch to at least explain what's going on, right? But this is worse for smaller streamers, right? This has to be tough for everybody, but it's certainly worse for smaller streamers because they're pushing really, really hard to break through, right? Like, I've already had my breakthrough. I'm doing fine. I'm full-time. I'm very steady, guys. I'm weathering all the storms. I'm good, right? My ship has no holes in it. But for smaller streamers, this can't feel good, and this can't be good to try to push through, right? Because you're trying to get higher up on the categories, etc., right? Look, I'm not a big streamer. I'm really not. But I'm big enough where I can float. My boat floats and everything's going well. But something has to happen. There has to be transparency or an explanation or, back rolling whatever is going on. Because this is rough, It's rough.
This is my first day back from Subathon. I would expect there to be a higher average, But if you look here, the users in chat compared to viewers is almost a 200 difference. Almost. Well, it's like 120 something thing like right here. But that's still a lot. It was a very engaging stream. First day back from Subathon. Everyone's going to be really happy and really excited to see their streamer, all that stuff. This is a stream that I did a little bit ago. I averaged 600 viewers. That's fine. That's completely fine. That's a lot of people. Okay. With max viewers of 900. Okay. This stream was just tech issue central. Okay.
And if I can give you any advice, chat, right now, let's say you're a numbers person, right? Because there's a lot of streamers out there that are numbers people, and that's great. I don't really focus so much on my numbers anymore, but from time to time I do, dive into them, right? So I don't want to invalidate your strategies and stuff. But let's say you're a numbers person, right? You need to find another statistic to look at besides CCV for right now. I don't want to say followers because that can be inconsistent, but maybe peak viewers, and even that is probably fucked up. It's just really tough right now. So I would just advise you to look at different CCVs so you're not getting yourself different stats. You're not getting yourself down so much because it's demoralizing.
This stream was not my best. As you can tell, the ones up here are a lot better average because they weren't having to watch a tech issue stream. Do you see how much of a difference this bar is? I started stream. We started going up. Okay, we get to hear. This is probably around the time that people start, lurking a little. They stop chatting as much. 36 minutes in, numbers were climbing, and then my viewer count, the numbers continue climbing for the users, but the viewer count goes down by 200. But the users are still climbing. Some people could say someone's botting me, but they almost match. Right before the Phasmo stream, I think that Victory and I were talking a little bit more. It doesn't make sense. Usually after I start playing.
Well, whatever this date is, right, chat? I don't remember what date that is. Maybe she'll show it. But it seems like to me that there was like a certain date where everything just kind of like, it just went, you know what I mean? And everybody started getting slapped with all of this stuff, you know what I mean? Everybody just started getting slapped with all of this stuff. Twitch and YouTube have long needed to keep their creators in a loop when they screw around with the algorithms so their livelihoods aren't threatened. Yeah, but they never do. And that's the problem, you know what I mean? They're active, what the fuck? They're coming and chatting, but not being kind of got you. Like, the issue is, Philip, is we don't know whether it's like, we really don't know whether it's if you're active or ad account lurks. We just don't know. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of the issue. It looks like September 19th up at the top. Yeah, so this is like the times, right? Which maybe this is just when she chatted and then it went down. Thank you for that, Mishi. I missed that. I thought we were on the date still, so I appreciate it. And maybe this is just she switched from chatting to game. Yeah, that's probably what it was. We'll probably need to look at specific dates of when this allegedly rolled out to see. You remember when YouTube started changing their stuff, like with desktop? Like they were like, oh, like desktop views don't count as much, but mobile views do. We need that date for Twitter. I'll try to look into that on my own, and let you guys know. Yeah, I'll let you guys know.
Playing a game, my chat dies down. People are lurking. That's completely fine. Please lurk. Please
That's very
have a
normal.
good time in any way you see fit during my stream, okay? Phasmo starts. Viewer count goes down to 700. Almost a 300 count difference. But the users are still the same. What changed? And what did change was people stopped talking in chat as much because I started playing Phasmophobia. That's what always happens in my streams. People stop engaging as much whenever I start playing a game. That's okay. What's not okay is the viewer count not reflecting people that are watching the streams. Do you see how insane this statistic is right here? 650 viewers, 1,000 users. How come it was counting here but not here? And the reason why...
It's a very good point, right, chat? And we know it has something to do with how people are being counted. So this is why I kind of think it has more to do with the lurking stuff. I think that's the best theory, but again, like if you're actively chatting, right? But let's say that whatever her viewer count was, do you think that even all of these users are chatting even when that's going on? No, of course not. So how is it counting lurkers now? What is the new way that it counts stuff? Like, just tell us, Twitch. We want to know. Tell us what we need to know so that way we can instruct our audience. And as you as a viewer, you can actually support streamers in the way that you think you're supporting us. Like, just tell us what the fuck is going on. Twitch promised us clarity, right? Last TwitchCon, they said, almost a year ago, they said, we're going to give you more transparency. And what have they done for that? Fuck all, nothing. Like, we haven't got any transparency.
Why I'm using my analytics and not someone else's is because I don't want to bring anyone else's analytics into this. So I can talk about my own analytics confidently. In the span of 10 minutes, almost 300 people leave from 1 hour and 36 minutes to 1 hour and 46 minutes. How does that make any sense? This is discouraging to anyone. I'm trying my best not to let it get to me because I know that my community is here for me, even if my viewer count, quote unquote, isn't showing that. I know that you guys are here for me. But if you look back over here at these smaller streamers, this is who this is going to really affect, who are going to be averaging.
Yeah, they're getting hit the hardest, like I told you earlier, right, chat?
20 people and only see 5 people in their streams. I do not want to see
Can we get
a
into
smaller
Twitch?
streamer who could have made it huge.
Yeah, that'd
who
be
could have
great,
been
wouldn't it?
Potentially the biggest streamer on this platform quit because of a fucking analytic. That's not even right. That is horrible.
I really hate to tell you guys this because I feel like everybody throws this into those like advice packets, right? They're like, oh, don't look at your viewership count, right? And I really hate to support that, but guys, literally don't look at your viewership count. It'll save you a lot of mental strain. But in these kinds of situations, we do need to talk about this. Everybody's partner pushing right now is struggling. That's what I was saying earlier, Mishti, before you got here. I'm like, it's really shitty. Imagine that you hit that threshold and then all of a sudden you get bumped down. Like, that's horrible. That's horrible. Now you have to hit even higher requirements than you were originally hitting now. Like, now you're going to hit whatever, like 100 viewers instead of 75. It's bullshit.
This is something new that Twitch has put out, I'm pretty sure. They are trying to combat botting, and in doing so, they're combating everyone. Last month's maximum average was 4,376,000 users, with an average of 1,982,000 users. Do you see how low this is? They could easily be combating bots. That's so okay. But that's like pre-COVID. This is 2020. This is pre-COVID level.
To be fair, to talk about what Mega is saying here, to be fair, before this lurker thing became a problem, Twitch already hit those lows before COVID. So I don't want to take away from her point because her points are very strong, but this part is explainable because pre-COVID, low numbers have already been hit before that point. But yes, it is even lower, so you could argue that as well.
I don't know, but this is just to kind of help show how many people are being affected by this. Like, this is platform wide. This isn't just like a couple of instances. Either way, Twitch, I think that what you're doing is you're trying your best, and I can appreciate that. But I would also much more appreciate if you please change something about this. As streamers, we need lurkers to be counted in our viewer counts. You're discouraging so many people from making you money and making themselves money on your.
Can I be honest, chap? Can I be honest? I'm glad that Mega appreciates Twitch trying, but I'm fucking done with Twitch trying. I'm sorry. They how many times are we gonna let Twitch keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying? How many times are you gonna take a car to a mechanic and let them try to fix it and they keep fucking it up? I'm sorry, but I think we've crossed the line. Chat, I'm sorry. I'm gonna vent here for a second, but I think we've crossed the line where Twitch doesn't get any more tries. They need to start doing. There needs to be measurable changes that are moving in the right direction. I'm sorry. We have crossed this line in the sand way too many days ago, weeks ago, months ago, maybe even years ago. I'm sorry, but we need to stop giving Twitch so much leeway now. We need to hold them accountable for what's going on. Oh, we need to go to the first person, right? Who is that? The CEO. We need to go to talk to our Twitch reps. We need to talk to people that have that kind of contact, right? I'm sorry, but I get that Twitch, you're doing your best, but unfortunately, we're at a point, and trust me, I'm a very empathetic person, where your best, your trying is not enough anymore. I'm sorry. I'm done with the excuses. You need to start doing measurable change. That's it. It's really on you as a platform, right? And are you doing little stuff? Yes, you are, and we see that. But I can't look at all the negative stuff that you're doing and keep ignoring it, right? Because that big negative so overshadows all the good things as well. So I'm sorry, Twitch, like, that's great, but you're trying is not good enough anymore. I'm sorry.
Your platform. All I'm trying to say is that something's not lining up here. If it was just affecting me, whatever. I have enough of a platform that I can just, post a couple of things, have a couple more 100 viewers, whatever. Like, it doesn't affect me as much as these other people. We need smaller streamers. A big example, and by the way, I did get permission from her to talk about this because she's my friend and I didn't want to just bring her into this. A big example is Krelly. She's a really good streamer that just needed some recognition. She was averaging anywhere between 60 to 80 viewers, I do believe. And then now she's getting all the recognition she deserves. But if something were like this were to happen to her whenever she was averaging those 60 to 80 viewers and she started averaging 20 viewers in her stream, who knows what would have happened? We would have not had Krelly.
I'd quit.
That's horrible.
I couldn't even blame him.
So Twitch, you're trying to combat the view botters. I get it. I don't like them either. It's not hurting the view botters as much as you think it is. It's hurting small streamers, medium-sized streamers. It's not hurting who you think it is. So please, Twitch, this is not going to work. This is not it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, that's all I had to say about the situation. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you.
I don't want to, like, there's two problems. There's two problems, chat. So number one, so we have seen them combating the view bots, right? Which is good. We need that. We need the view bots combated, right? Sorry, I'm gonna move my microphone. Hold on a sec. We need the viewer bots combated, right? That's a good thing. That's awesome. But chat, Twitch has been adamant about the fact that it has not affected regular viewers and streamers. And we just know now, looking at this, that's a lie. And that's part of the problem, right? If you're going to tell us that it's not doing this, but it clearly is, how are we supposed to trust you? You know what I mean? Look, guys, I understand that we have to give constructive and powerful feedback to Twitch, right? We need to do that. But I think that there's also a time where you need to look at what's going on and say, you know what? I think we are past the point of feedback, and now we're at the point of valid criticism. And that's where we're at right now, chat. This, to me, in my opinion, and it's my opinion, you don't have to agree with me, I think that we are at a point where we need to be criticizing. We are no longer at the feedback stage. It's not constructive because it's not working, and Twitch keeps denouncing it, right? We need to criticize them and show them what's in front of us and why it's not making sense, right? They need to be transparent. That's it. That's all they need to do. If they're going to keep telling us the system isn't broken, but you can see the sparks on the smoke, like, I'm sorry, as many times as I report on Twitch stuff, right, chat, I feel like I'm one of the a very educated person to talk on this because I've talked about this so much and I've been around so much, and we have these discussions all the time, so twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. I've seen what's going on, and I want you to know my opinion, my hopefully educated opinion, is that Twitch, unfortunately, just either doesn't want to admit that they fucked up and they're trying to fix it in the background, or they just don't want to acknowledge that this system is wrong, right? Where's the transparency? Tell us what's going on. That's all we want, Twitch. It's very easy. It takes one big community post, and it's not that hard. Hell, I don't even give a fuck if you use ChatGPT to put it out. Just give us some information, dude. Stop stringing us along. Stop stringing along the smaller streamers, medium streamers, big streamers. Stop stringing everybody along, period. That's all we ask for. We just want to know what's going on. Same with the band, same with the fucking, you know, like, revenue. Like, just tell us what's going on. That's all we want. It's really not hard. Why is transparency the last thing that we're receiving on this platform? When we love the platform, we love you, chat. We love you for supporting the platform. We appreciate Twitch for allowing us to pursue our dreams. But why can't we pursue our dreams on a platform that actually supports us? I just don't get it sometimes. And I'm sorry to go on a tangent, chat, but I feel like we're at that point where, I'm sorry, the line in the sand is gone. You know, we ran past it months ago. And that's where we're at, chat. We need to keep talking about this. So you as a viewer, chat, if you want to help talk about this, keep commenting on these things. Keep sharing the clips. If you want to share this clip, if you want to clip something I said and share it, that is great. If you want to comment on Mega stuff, if you want to comment on my quote retweet, if you guys want to keep talking about this, please do it because it's so helpful. But I'm going to tell you one of the most disappointing things, chat, that really, really sucks from a personal standpoint. I always wanted to be a Twitch ambassador because I felt like I could do a lot of good and influence the company to make positive change. And honestly, right now, chat, I don't think that being an ambassador would bring any good to this company because I don't think they care whether it's an ambassador, a viewer, a streamer, what they say. I just don't think that they care enough to actively give us the transparency that we all deserve. Anyway, chat, what's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on this? I want to share with you something that Loren, King of Vtuber said, which is what Twitch answered about the sudden CCV drop. Now, I will tell you this. I think this is very typical information that we normally get from them. This is the normal Twitch answer, right? Anytime somebody watches your live channel, they'll be counted as a viewer. Once they stop watching, then that number will go down. Well, no fucking shit. Like, duh. The users in chat view is a list of people connected to your chat. This list includes only users that have accounts and are connected to your chat even though they're not active in the chat. So this is very normal information we get from them, but it's also ambiguous. I think she's absolutely on top of this. This is the most important one. I did a test joining a stream with the main account and joined again with an anonymous guide. My name was still on the users in chat. Even after 10 minutes, I closed the stream on the main account, remaining on the anonymous one. Only about 15 minutes observing it on the anonymous guide, my name was removed from the users in chat. You may think that someone is lurking you while they are not, which leads you to think that they are with a certain number of viewers while you were not. So again, this very much already comes from information Twitch has already told us, but there's also the problem with browsers. Simply stop playing the live stream on the background, right? The window just stops running, right? So that is part of a problem as well. That could contribute to that. Let's see, you're still there counting the users in chat because your account is still connected to the chat. Even if the browser stopped the auto players, so when you look, your name will still show on users in chat, but it may not be watching counting as a viewer. Another important info from Twitch and this support ticket, users who have the video of your stream paused or chat bots that only connect to your chat aren't actively viewing the stream. Due to this, some users may be present in the viewer list, will not be reflected in the viewer account. I'm not showing what Twitch answered. I'm only showing what Twitch answered to me. What I did understand of the infos. I'm not taking any side with this. I'm just curious about and trying to look at it and what was in fact happening. So again, they're just basically saying like, oh, if you're not actively watching the video or chatting, you're not going to be counted as a viewer. Well, this is basic information we've been told before, but this still does not explain the large change and the large shift that we've seen recently. So guys, I'm going to give you a theory. Can I give you a little theory, chat? I have a little theory. You want to hear my theory, chat? So, here's the thing on Twitch. If you go here, just for a moment, if you're on twitch.tv/elara, right? Twitch.tv/elara, you're watching me, right? So, I want to show you something else. And this is actually the website, as you can see here, right here, chat, for chat. This is my chat website. And this is the one where you can view your active viewers inside of your community. So here's my theory, chat. And this is pretty, I think you'll support it, right? My theory is Twitch is counting your users based on this URL, where it connects to chat. This is what I think is going on, right? So it's connecting to the chat. It says, oh, this is users. However, the one that actually is on twitch.tv/elara is different. So even though it connects you to this as a chatter, right? And it counts the users, the actual viewer list is counted from the website and what you have to be active on. And that's a twitch.tv/elara. Does that make sense? So this is treated differently for the users, but once you stop being quote unquote with Twitch active, you were removed from the view count, but not this. So the users in chat and the viewers are separate, which we already know that, right? But I think as far as like from a website perspective, they're directing your user here in your view count separately. And I think that makes sense, right? I think that makes sense, but that doesn't explain the large drop, everything that we've seen, right? You know, something that Fight said as well, which I thought was great. And obviously, Vixie added to this. This is more serious than people think. I thought maybe it'll blow over. This is just Twitch being Twitch. And same here, Vixie. I agree with you. But Spite actually brought up even more important issue, which I didn't even think about. Sponsors, chat. If a sponsor sees you're not averaging the required amount, you usually do, they will turn away without hesitation. I did not even consider for a second sponsorships. So true. Sponsorships can be problematic, chat. That's a really, really great point to bring up, and I'm glad that Spike brought that up. Vixie tweeted about it. Very, very true. On top of that, chat, we've also seen issues with raiders, right? Crony saying I sent a raider, 100 raiders to one viewer streamer. Their view count didn't rise up, not even by one. I'm honestly so sick of Twitch, and I'm sorry to everybody trying to grow right now. You deserve better. Isn't that wild, chat? Isn't that absolutely wild that you could be supporting, raid somebody, and it won't even fucking count? I will tell you, chat, I had that happen to me the other day. It happened to me the other day. You know what? Yomi raided me the other day, and you know what? My view count didn't even fucking go up. Isn't the point of raiding to support other people by boosting their viewership? Twitch, if you're gonna take that away from us to help support other streamers, what is your problem? This is why I draw the line in the sand, chat. This is why I'm telling you, this is no longer just oh, let me give Twitch feedback, let me send in a ticket. No, we are past that point. Twitch, you need to fix this, bro. I don't know what you need to do, if you need to hire team engineers or remove your AI surveillance system, but this is unacceptable. I'm sorry. I know you want to fix it and you're trying your best, but your best is not good enough anymore. And I, as a streamer with a voice, I'm going to start holding you accountable. I'm going to make my voice heard, and I'm going to make sure everybody else makes my voices heard. I'm going to make sure every other streamer that I know keeps talking about this as well. And there will be results for the fact that you continue to ignore us. We want transparency. We want to answer. It's very simple. It'll take you 5 seconds to tweet it out and another 10 minutes to come up with a tweet. Tell us what is going on. And I encourage all of you as viewers as well, keep talking about this. Keep adding to it. Keep talking about this. Keep tweeting about it. Keep whatever, right? Let your voices be heard because this is serious, chat. Imagine this, chat. You are a viewer, right? Astra, I'm going to point you out. You're a viewer, right? And you're supporting my stream. Imagine right now, I don't know where you're being counted or not, but imagine that Twitch says, Astra, you are not supporting Elara. And we decide that, not you. They are making a choice. They're telling you, as an individual who comes to their website and pays for a sub or nitro or whatever, and you support, that your support doesn't matter. And they chose that, not you. Whether it's through their automated system that they are responsible for, or whatever system that they have in place. They're literally telling you that. They chose that for you, that your viewership does not count, that your support does not count. And you're giving them money, you're giving them your viewership, you're giving them your support. They chose that for you, and they're responsible for that. Whatever it is, I don't know if it's you know, how to count with the automated system, etc. I don't know, but they are responsible for it, right? Because it's their website. I'm sorry, chat. You got very serious, Elara, today. I normally don't go on tangents like this, but when it's something this serious, I'm gonna lock the fuck in, and I'm locked in right now. Think cool. This is not cool, chat. So again, I encourage you, keep talking about it. Let everybody know what's going on. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, chat. I bet it's false positives about ad blocking software. Maybe so. We don't know. All due respect, but Twitch has ignored so many requests to hold people accountable for bringing it to us and never do anything. I think this will get worse before this gets any better. Sure. I agree. I agree. What if only paid viewers start to count because they went to turbo viewers? Yeah, I mean, that would be nuts, right? But I constantly get a pop-up saying turn off your ad blocker after I already did. That's crazy. YouTube is overflowing with AI slap. Well, I mean, to be fair, YouTube is trying their best, right? But to get rid of AI slap. But yeah, they have their own set of problems, and that's another conversation as well. So yeah, I get that one too, Stitches. I get that one too. Or like if I like change my like viewer settings, like I like display settings on my computer, it'll do that. If streamers cannot be held accountable, then what do we expect Twitch themselves hold accountable? Yeah. I mean, again, do I expect Twitch to do anything about this? Absolutely not. But that doesn't mean we can't talk about it. I mean, guys, what if one day, hypothetically, I have to stop streaming because of this? What if that happened? That could be a very real reality, chat. You don't know. That could absolutely be a reality. So, keep talking about it. Yep. And it's hard to tell because OS and browsers have got more aggressive with their power sourcing assuming crap. You have blockers have gotten super aggressive with blocking out cookies, but it could also be Twitch screen with something behind the scenes. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good point, right? But to see the drop all of a sudden, I don't think that's just the browsers, right? Like, yeah, you know, you might see like it slowly decline because of rollouts and stuff like that. I could see that, but nonetheless, I think it's Twitch based. I really, really do. What's up, Requiem? How are you? So do we, chat. Keep talking about it. Keep yapping about it. It's important. It's important. All right, guys. So let's get over to a little bit of Corpo VTuber news. I'm gonna flip back up to there. Actually, you know, let's do indie VTuber news. Yeah, let's do indie VTuber news because I'll do that. I'll do the big story and then we'll do Corpo. So first up, chat. I'm gonna go take a look here at a streamer here. Unfortunately, he was having some really horrible issues with Discord. This is T9. T9 is a very well-known content creator, but they also do VTubing on the wellness side. However, Discord has decided to pretty much just screw them out of a bunch of money. Anyway, let's go take a look here at the video on what's going on with T9.
This video and look at the title and wonder, what has he gotten into this time? Well, I don't want to waste your time, so let's get right into it because this is a situation I really wish I wasn't in. Here's the too long, don't care, didn't ask plus you're a VTuber version. I have reason to believe Discord are withholding a lot of funds from me after they signed me up for one of their features some time ago, and there's currently no way of getting those back. Now, this is a very bold claim to make, but allow me to tell you a story of my incompetence, ineptitude,
Okay, that sounds really awesome. Thank you so much, Discord. We appreciate you.
And Discord's lack of due diligence. For those of you guys who don't know who I am, hi, I'm the guy who takes a million years to make several hour-long videos on my main channel about topics surrounding horror and nostalgia and everything in between. Because of this, it takes a while for me to make videos, and in order to allow people to support me long-term, I also make videos on this channel, I stream,
He kind of reminds me of like internet historian in that regard, right? Like he does like he releases a video like every year. One video every year.
And I have a Patreon. This Patreon allows people to see scripts of my videos, status updates on future content, director's commentaries on main channel videos, sometimes some art, and access to chats in my Discord server. This will become important later. And if this sounds like an unsubtle plug for my Patreon, yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, it is.
The description. Patreon nowadays has a wealth of features that a lot of creators can use, such as chats, scheduled posts, directly uploading content to Patreon, charging for individual posts.
I don't know why this just came into my mind, but how's everything sounding on your end, guys? All the audio been good so far? I feel like we fixed the issues, but I still want to talk about it every once in a while. Yeah, so everything sounding good on your end? I think so too, but I just wanted to ask because I know we had so many issues, so I feel like it was the focus rate for sure. It was the focus rate for sure.
Even more things you can wring out of an audience desperate to see more of you because you only pop up once a year. A couple of years ago, though, Patreon didn't have all these
I like
features.
to hear I like to hear if you guys are like a mobile or you know, a PC or whatever. You got your headphones on, etc. I'll give it to you later, Real John. I got you. So oh, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. So yeah, I'm never getting focus rate again, but okay, good. I just want to make sure everything's coming in clear, so since we had all these issues. So by the way, chat, I just like every time I think about this, I'm gonna cry, but oh my god, I'm about to cry. Fuck, I'm gonna cry. Thank you guys so much for just sticking with me through all of the mess that I've had, right? With the audio and like my health issues and all that stuff. Just thank you guys so much. I get overcome with emotion sometimes about like how great you guys are and how much you support me. Just thank you so much for everything. I know I've had some hard times lately and I appreciate that. Especially like the Bioshock shit, like that pissed me off, you know, so bad. I was really, really upset about that, and just I appreciate you guys just being so supportive and being here, and just it means a lot. So thank you guys for all of your support for the subathon. 300 days is just it's nuts.
Post stuff on
so
Patreon?
Thank you so much.
Well, you better start learning data management because you're giving money to Dropbox or Drive or Mega to upload your stuff. Patreon features were fairly barren, and a lot of internal issues at the company led
I'm
other
not crying. I'm not
companies
crying.
to
I'm not
try and
crying.
steal their
I'm
thunder.
smacking
Companies
myself.
like
Okay.
Wall, who offered
I'm
similar
smacking
features to
myself. Here,
Patreon,
listen. I'm smacking
but
myself.
also had merch
Yeah, I'm smacking myself. Okay, chat. That way I like wake up. Okay.
to go with it. And the topic of today's video,
Thank you for
Discord.
surviving.
Now, as I said before,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
benefits
yeah,
to pledging
I
on
say that every
Patreon
day I
or
wake up.
subscribing on my Twitch
Thank you for
channel give
surviving.
users access to chats in my Discord server I'm most active in, providing services, community nights, and general video updates. Essentially, it was Parasocial Extreme Beach Volleyball Edition. My Discord server was a partnered Discord server, meaning I get this fancy symbol and a lot of other random features I could enjoy to get more people active in it. I also got a hoodie, which was pretty cool. Discord brought me and a couple of other server owners.
Wait a second. Discord's never sent me shit. When do I get my Discord stuff? What the hell, dude? What the hell, dude? I apologize on behalf of the Boomer game. Well, that's because you are a Boomer, but anyway.
Together to trial a new feature which went by the name of server subscriptions. Discord saw how disillusioned I was with Patreon at the time and noticed that the features I'm using for patrons and Twitch subs
we have that.
can provide a good case
Yeah,
study
we have a secret room inside of my Discord for supporters. Yeah, we have that.
This brand new feature. Talking to staff members at the time, Discord saw it as an alternative to Patreon, but this time the creators get an even better split.
Yeah, you know, I haven't been on Discord much, Ty. You know, it's like almost I've been in a subathon for like 300 days, you know. It's not like I'm busy or anything, right, bro?
Discord wouldn't take anything from you. All the money goes directly to you, and they take about 10% of it. That sounds pretty awesome. I'm already using my Discord server for these benefits. Let's go for it. Now, here's an important distinction to make. If it's not obvious, I am from the United Kingdom. Discord knows full well that I am from the United Kingdom.
Oh my god. RGGC, he's British, chat. That was your problem, bro. That's why you don't have any of your Discord money. You're British.
Sent me a contract that I signed, and unfortunately, because of a clause in the contract that stressed confidentiality, I've been recommended not to blab all of it out in a YouTube video lest I lose even more money than I already have. But what I can tell you is that Discord specifically had instructions for people outside of the United States
British
to do in
people,
order to use
imagine.
this feature and get paid. The service that Discord used to pay was Tipalti. When I activated the feature, Discord make you go to your team information and enter your billing details. At the time, there was a clear option for using PayPal, which is exactly what I did. What could possibly go wrong? I set my payments information.
Oh god, you used PayPal. That was your problem.
Set the subscriptions up, pricing them exactly the same as my Patreon, and went live with the feature. At the beginning, it was pretty good. Allowing people who for some reason weren't able to access my Patreon or didn't care for my Twitch streams to just go onto Discord and pay directly for features was a great idea. Thanks, Discord! And the money came in monthly, so things were pretty good for the most part, and so I forgot about it and kept making content. This is the first part of my own incompetence which I take full responsibility for. A couple of months later, and Discord suddenly stopped sending me payments. The first time this happened, they just asked me to put my billing information in again, which I did, and promptly moved on again with my life. Then it happened again, and I didn't realize until... Yep, this was full incompetence from me. I should have clocked something was wrong much earlier. 2025 was the year I was to be thrown out of the nest and forced to fly on my own. In other words, I'm getting punted out. Don't panic! After a couple of months of searching, a place was found. But this process was the start of a stressful period. Beginning the process meant I had to check my finances.
Bro, I have to use PayPal. That's my problem. You know, I would absolutely use an alternative if there was one.
Exactly what was coming in and what was leaving so I can budget myself. This is where the problem started. I decided to finally check how server subscriptions are doing because I have a handful of Discord premium members, and then I noticed something horrifying. Discord hadn't paid me in a very long time. Without any notification about this, Discord had been continuously deferring payments for years, which counted up to a lot of money. So I instantly went onto Twitter to break the news that Discord owes me over $1,000. Of course, the responses were a lot of how? What?
Holy shit, that's a lot of
but
money.
Increasing the upload limit. I refused to elaborate
That's a
because
lot of
I was
money.
convinced
Holy
that
fuck.
this was my fault and I was just being stupid and incompetent, which I was as well.
Yeah, so
As a
if your
result of this
payment
tweet,
process doesn't
Discord
work,
sent
they
me
just
an
defer
email
the
telling me to
payment.
just update my information and verify my
Yeah, they
identity to
defer
start
it.
receiving payments again. That's weird. I thought I did that twice. What's also weird was that Discord themselves didn't send me a message about this. It was Stripe. When did they switch to using Stripe? Well,
Oh,
no
God.
big deal. I have a Stripe account. Stripe is in the UK. I'll go and update my information. Notice something wrong with the screenshot? I am not an American. This shouldn't be much of an issue. I'll just switch the country to the UK and continue onboarding.
Okay.
Oh, I can't
Oh.
do that. Your address must be the same country as your account. What?
Oh,
But
no,
my
they
account
think-
is in
they
the
think he's
UK.
American.
I come across
Oh,
this Reddit
shit.
post with one upvote on the Discord subreddit talking
Oh,
about service
no.
subscriptions outside the US. I thought this
Oh,
must
no,
be a
he's
load of
fucked.
bollocks.
That's
They must be
why.
having a laugh.
That's
I'm
when
from
it
the
happened,
UK
chat.
and I have service subscriptions. What's the big deal? Discord only had service subscriptions in the United States. Okay.
Wait. So, Discord allowed server subscriptions only in the United States, but they allowed him? Oh, that's their fault. That's their
Hey,
fault.
This is a huge issue now.
Oh
when I
my
was put onto this
God.
feature, the Discord
Oh
staff
my
knew
God,
I was
that is
based in the UK.
absolutely
In the
100%
first 8
their
months,
fault.
I was comfortably being paid by Discord using Tipalti. When the feature went live, though, they quietly switched the provider to Stripe and wrote in their TOS that you
Oh
can't
my
use an
God.
existing
Oh
Stripe.
my
You have to make
God.
a new one with Discord and be
That's
a
on
US
Discord,
citizen.
that's on Discord.
the service subscription FAQ,
Holy
they initially
shit,
said
that
they
is
wanted
so
to expand
bad.
to other countries if you check the
That is
Wayback
actually
Machine,
horrible,
but
chat.
as of now, they aren't. What about a VPN? You need to be able to provide a social security number. So now I am unable to get the
Oh,
revenue
no, he's
that
actually
people are paying
fucked.
monthly for. It's forever.
He doesn't have a U.S. address. He doesn't have a social security number. He's
We're
actually
lost in
fucked.
limbo. Things would only go from bad to worse. HMRC and student
Yeah, that's
loans
actually
and my bank
ridiculous,
decided to
right?
burst into the scene, all asking the same thing. Where's the money? Now, in a perfect world, I'd be able to answer this nicely and quickly. Here it is. Thank you. Good night. But I found myself unable to the tune
I was
of
just saying also like taxes and all kinds of other stuff.
7,500 Great British pounds. In Yang terms, that's $10,000. And I only have a few days to deliver. So you can kind of understand how stressful things have been. Obviously, I'm
Oh
working on
my
the main channel video,
God.
and realistically, it should have been out a few months prior. But I didn't account for losing some close family members and taking time off to grieve. And yes, that was a plural, which is why I am once again asking you guys for help. I don't like asking for
No,
your
he's
hard-earned revenue
actually
with
so
nothing in
fucked.
return, so
They're
I will be
never gonna
streaming
give
on
him that
Twitch
money
to
back.
recoup the cost that I will never get. You can help by either pledging to my Patreon if you want main channel updates.
Holy shit! No wonder he needs help. My God, here let me link you to this YouTube video if you want to go check him out, support him. That is horrible. I heard this was going on. This was sent to me. I was like, let's check it out. I did not realize how dire it was to the chat. That is really, really bad. Oh my God! Please go help him out if you can. That's horrible, chat. Yeah, I really hope everything gets better for you, T9. That is rough stuff. That is rough stuff. I'm not surprised though. It like Discord making a mistake. Who would have guessed that, chat? Yeah, right. Never would have seen that coming. Holy shit, dude. That is horrible. Well, wish him all the best, chat. If you want to go support him, there's the YouTube link. In other news, guys, the Hidden Gems small VTuber rewards are open. That is right. So if you want to go ahead and put your submissions in for small VTuber rewards, they're now taking these submissions. And of course, here are all the categories. Really, really cool. Again, don't vote for me because I'm not a small VTuber. So go vote for somebody cool. But yeah, those are open up, chat. Well, maybe you could vote for me because I'm short. Does that count? Like I'm small, I'm short. You know, does that count? In other news, guys, Matara actually dropped some insane lore. Look, no, I don't normally read these tweets, so this is hilarious. Hear me tuning out. I really was afraid to admit it, but I'm low-key, high-key, really in defeat a little bit, to be honest. Hey, yo. Matara goes on to say, oh my God, can we talk about this? During COVID, my flesh mom, who you met, started a feet OnlyFans. I was in charge of taking the photos for it. I have so much deep lore to tell you. Everyone acting surprised, but the pre-Hollywood fans know Hollywood, when she was in Hollywood, that refers to a certain agency. And I actually got my first ever ban on Twitch for advertising her OnlyFans. And then because I had to say, this is insane lore. Bro, I did not know this about Matara. This is actually mind-blowing to me. Like, this is actually mind-blowing to me. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess like, did Matara like do IRL streaming before everything else? I didn't know that. I don't really know Matara's lore, to be honest. I don't know much about her PLs or like her face cams or any of that. So that's pretty fucking funny though. I had to share it with you. In other news, guys, Mint just had her 3D monster, and take a look at how awesome it looks. The quality is insane. Remember, chat. Oh, she was a cam streamer for a long time. Got you. Remember, chat. Paid Mint is the indie VTuber running this event. Absolutely insane. Very proud of her. Got so many guests there as well. You know, of course, like Kenya, she had Matara. So many guest people came by as well. She did guest performances with Kiwawa. Really came out great. Yeah, the studio she hired was Toei, if I remember correctly. So anyway, let's go take a look. Of course, really nice to see the Idol generation. If you guys remember anything about Mint, she was going to get hired by Vshoujo, run what they called the Idol group. Well, Phoebe-chan said, finally, we're all together. So that was really great to see her. And then, of course, the very mysterious Victoria. Victoria saying, honestly, whether you even say I'm so happy for you, I just feel so honored to be able to sing with you and Phoebe on your special day. So it's really cool to see, again, the Idol Lost Generation come together. And, of course, finally get to sing together on the big stage. So that was really nice. On top of that, of course, Kiwawa. Kiara also went on to say, big freaking congrats, Minto. I'm finally making this happen. And of course, here's a picture with her. They look so cute. And of course, just saying, you know, yeah, Mint really did get screwed with Vshoujo. So I'm just really glad that she was able to, of course, make a big comeback in her indie stuff. On top of that, chat, we have plenty of Beyond the Veil reveals going down. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you know, I figured I'd show you False is part of this as well. Kind of like, I think a little bit less like known as far as it comes like VTubers. Like, people know False, but being part of Mythic is cool because he is in Beyond the Veil.
False Eye is keeping tabs.
There's a bunch of these kind of like teaser trailers, which is cool. But I want to show False because, you know, he's another news tuber, and I think that's pretty cool. So go check them all out. There's like a million of them. There's so many of them for like every VTuber. And then the news chat, guys, Cha-Cha actually just released Holy Ass. Oh my god. Holy booty, my bad. my bad, chat. Yeah, Cha-Cha just came out with a new song called Drive. It is an original song. Let's take a quick listen. Yeah, holy yeah. My gracious. Hey, yo. I think I recognize that VR chat world. Or is it Wadada? I don't remember. Alright, now it's just purposeful. So there's Cha-Cha's new song called Drive. It is an original. Certainly go check it out. Very cool. Another news chat, Mama Veil is about to be real. If you are, of course, familiar with Silver Veil, Mama Veil plays a very big part of her stuff. Well, Mama Veil says, well, looks like you need a rigger now. It's finally happening. Mama Veil is going to be real, chat. So get excited for that. I'll let you know when we hear more about it in the future, but I want to share that with you. Also, let's flip over here to Iron Mouse just for a second. Iron Mouse actually finally beating Bloodborne. 247 deaths later, I beat Bloodborne. I may not have beat Orphan, but I'll be back for his head later. So big congrats, of course, to Iron Mouse on her Bloodborne-a-thon. She was streaming for quite a while. Mousy also giving us a little bit of a teaser on her new model. Model number 669,837. I don't know, I just made that number up. But this is a little teaser for new model. I'll let you know when that one comes out in upcoming news. Club Mousy is moving along very well, chat. Actually announcing some extra guests here, including PFP, Tori, Beerbug. So we have all the Beasties. We also have, of course, Mid, Phoebe, Nanners, and Hime. And finally, we have Hestia, Nagi, and of course, all the other girls from Vshoujo Japan. So very, very exciting for them. In other news, guys, speaking of Vshoujo Japan, Poseidon actually just did a cover with Aka. And Aka and Poseidon did a cover of the One Piece OP5 Kokoro no Chizu. You probably recognize it. Yeah, looks good. I'm glad Vshoujo Japan is still doing their thing right now. You know, they're kind of doing their own thing independently, but it's still really cool. So I'll certainly go check out and support that one. Speaking of music, guys, Nyanya, that's right, Nyanya Binyanya, actually just released a song from the grave. Now, guys, I can't prove it. I can't prove it, but I feel like there's gonna be a new phase in her life. Anyway, Nyanya just released a new original song called Reach for Me. Remember, guys, she has graduated, she's done, but she still released a new song. So very, very exciting. Certainly go check her out as, you know, the phases continue to pass, and hopefully she'll get a new phase in her life. Anyway, guys, who likes Digimon here? Type 3 in the chat. Very interesting. Well, if you're a Digimon fan, well, now you can hear the sweet voice of Sayu, who announced recently that he is voicing Greymon, Metal Greymon, and War Greymon in Digimon Story I'm Stranger. So, if you're a big Sayu fan or Digimon fan, well, Sayu is voicing your favorite killer of Charizard. Very, very cool. So, big indie news right there. Big indie news. So now, chat, now we're going to move into a little bit of crazy news today. Yeah, a little bit of crazy news today. I want to talk about, just here for a second, this is actually going to take a second. I lied about that. We're going to talk about somebody that we spoke about on Wednesday, chat. If you remember Wednesday, we decided to go through a document talking about the VTuber rivals stuff. And that one was written by Boasty V8. Is anybody remember that? Well, we got to talk about Boasty V8 because, unfortunately, chat, some new information came out about Boasty that I've been saving to talk about. Boasty was actually featured on the VTuber blacklist, chat. So anyway, we're going to talk about Boasty here for a little bit. And VTuber blacklisting, warning, beware the individual known as Boasty V8. Crimes, doxing and threatening a victim, sexual harassment against streamers. Guys, that is some heavy allegations. So let's dive into it and see what they had to say. Boasty saying, don't keep a condom with me because the only thing I'm fucking is stupid. You think you're funny and cool? Well, you are. So we received a document today on Boasty that everybody should be aware of. However, there is proof that Boasty is doxed and threatened the victim. These are heinous acts. So doxing and threatening someone. Here is blue, which says like victim, red sibling, white where they work, green close family, turquoise child under close family, yellow teacher professional. So, you know, forwarding all this information that had so much private information in it, right, chat? Clearly box them. So anyway, let's go take a look here at this document in just a moment. Of course, they also have screenshots of disturbing messages that have been sent to us by someone who wishes to remain anonymous, and more disturbing Discord DMs have been sent our way. Most even confessed to revenge porn in one of the screenshots. So Boasty says, I had friends begging me to basically not knock on someone's door and beat the fuck out of them or shoot them after I found out they lived near me. For context, he dogged someone and parked around the corner from his house on my bike. He was gonna beat him half to death. My friends who got doxed by him got scared, begged me not to. I didn't. One thing, I didn't tell him I had a gun too. So I was probably gonna kill him. I'm just a little guy. What? Only if I got caught, all I'm gonna see is with me the first time I got away with it. But he deserved it. He abused a friend of mine who was a single mother, has a daughter for 7 months. Put the little got her in hospital, so I put him in a coffin, that's all. It was heavily targeted car accident. What? What? I mean, don't get me wrong, I think abusers are horrible, right? But like, put them in jail forever. You don't have to like kill them. Like what? You don't take the law into your own hands. Like what? Oh yeah, by the way, they have a body count and not like the body count of like, like yeah, the other body count, but we'll talk about that later. I actually didn't mean to though. I just don't regret it. He texted me to come handle him because we were gonna get her and the baby again. I was speeding over there. He was walking across the road in all black. At night, I didn't see him. He went and thump. He did in fact not get up. By the way, for reference, he was a registered SO. History of abuse and drunk driving. Yeah, like let the justice system take care of this. Like, he was bad to the point his parents disowned him. I'm just cleaning the streets of the scum. In summary, I'm Batman. I don't know how to respond to all that, damn. So in high school, me and my guy best friend, we would trade the pics we got from girls and rank them like Pokemon cards. The rarities are based on how much clothes they had on. But that's disgusting. Also, Batman doesn't kill people. We would make makeshift Pokemon cards to the girls we wanted to date. If one of us didn't agree with the other dating that specific girl, we would choose the card of the girl we think would be better for each other and had a battle based on their top 3 most persevering and best qualities. Bro, this is disgusting. Each type of trait did a certain amount of damage. Whoever won, I would choose who that person would try to date. We only had 3 battles each. When we disagreed in both of the relationships we had, were super successful, worked perfectly, and we were still friends with the 4 of them today because we knew each other better than we knew ourselves. What is wrong with you? My bad. Like I've not been on today. You never understand why, but no one else will. We kept a knife on my bedside all day. Used it 2 times, sir. Some people might not want to read that here. I don't know what you mean. It's completely for protection, safety. In case someone broke in, we could use the knife. What? And of course, this was the one where we were looking at them talking about the girls as well. So all around, before you even read the document, very, very disgusting behavior. So anyway, here is a document and public responses as well. So anyway, dear, I'm going to hand this off to you, Kitty. Tell us what the fuck is going on. This sounds horrible.
This is the public version. There are edits at the request of the account hosting IT. This document is an information dump on Boasty VA and his documented behavior in several online communities, towards both women, friends, and partners. Everything
I'm
from
just
this
a little
point is
guy.
a
What the
combination
fuck?
of primary and secondary sources about the actions and behavior of Boasty VA. I used to be close to him and have even been a part of some of those events. All information given is factual and objective. Anyone besides Boasty is censored for privacy.
But my biggest problem, Chad, is like, I know Boasty, like not well or anything, but Boasty actually was in several of my Marvel Rivals tournaments, right? So like, I know this dude, you know what I mean? Like I've seen him play, I've talked to him in the tournament discords, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very much just like, what the fuck, like I know this person. Like it's not just like, sometimes you read like random people online and you're like, oh my god, that's horrible, right? But like I know this person. I've interacted with them on a very like more public private basis in a Discord servers, so what the fuck. Bossy's known to flirt with nearly all women he meets. He will say it's solely platonic, but the words do not match the actions. He'll get close to a single woman and get them in a talking space. Other instances of flirting with taking women as well. They didn't instantly discard how to partner him. I mean, wait, what body count? Like the no longer on this plane of living body count. Yeah, when I met Boasty, you low-key tried flirting with me. It's crazy because I'm not single. And of course, here was the docs thing we looked at, right? Hello, I just have a question for you. Are you proud of who you are? Are you happy with the person you are? I know I wouldn't be. Now let me ask you a question I really want you to think about. Would blank, if you were still alive, be proud of you? I know if you were blank, I wouldn't be. So again, just talking about like the sibling, right? What about the people you take care of? I know they wouldn't be happy to know how they treat you, etc. Right? Remember, he forwarded this message to somebody that pretty much just doxed that person, right? So earlier this year, around February, this image took place. This image Boasty shows concerning behavior towards his now ex, which I'm just gonna assume is in here. No. Okay, here we go. Outside of that, he had suicide baited 2 other women. So let's go through these first. My head is hurting. I feel like I'm not seeing straight, but I'm not dizzy. Give me a sec. I had a Valium. I think I had a bad reaction to Valium, which is why I stopped talking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to attack you like that. It was stupid. I'm just triggered by everything right now. And I'm hurting. I've been hurting a lot since we broke up, but I don't tell you because I don't want to worry you. I'm just wanting you to know I'm really sorry. I've been lying about sleeping. I'm sorry. I feel really easy. Am I going to be okay? My anxiety feels sim as hell too. You need to sleep. But you're fine. I've been thinking about like this since the start of the year. You need help. So just kind of like a little bit of guilt tripping, right? Anyway, mental hospitals made me want to unalive myself more because they're so boring. I'll just go back to taking antidepressants. Most of you broke up with me and have no right to treat me this way. You need help. Ask him to change it. Either I lose you or I lose you. I'm just suggesting we take a step back from each other for a bit and not talk because I think it's better and it's not helping either of us. So again, just you can kind of see here a little bit like sympathy baiting, just trying to manipulate, right? I'm gonna get suicide baited. I'm so stupid. Are you okay? I just ended up vomiting it all. So nothing fucking, I'm sorry. I'm just glad you're okay. Just have nothing to be sorry for. I really am sorry. I don't know what I was singing. I just want it all stop. And then I just, you don't have to be sorry. Yes, I do. So that is one of the worst things you can do to somebody, by the way. As somebody that had a friend that I still beat myself up to this day about not picking up the phone call, that they're no longer alive. This is one of the worst things, in my opinion, you can do to somebody. Absolutely despicable. Deplorable. Horrible. This alone is something to get banned from multiple communities. Most notably the Respawn Point. Smaller servers shortly followed the trend of removing him. So, and it's now both he's been banned from the Discord server. I did not know this person was so questionable. Had I known, yeah, he would not have been in my tournament. But this all seems like this happened 5/24. It seems like it was around the time I was hosting my tournament. So, as of 9/16, Boasty was removed banned from Vtuber Rivals Discord, which was recent, and for the event for his previous online behavior in Vtuber communities. His response, remember chat, so we looked at him getting banned, right? And they said it was for something else. Well, this is the other thing. This is the other thing that happened, right? How are you going to bend and break your own rules of doing things that don't make sense and are entirely invalid? Get mad at me for finding you on it and make up a reason as to why I should be removed. No, they did make up a reason. They just probably had access to all this. On talking stage, this starts in a Rivals Org. I was not around for this one and heard other information from about Boasty himself. He claims that she became a stalker and was watching his online movements. The talking stage ended in this tweet, and the accusations start on the next two. You're right, I was too obsessed. I pushed you too far for the time. But at least I was willing to lose myself to show what you deserve. You deserve love. Good luck finding somebody who's willing to go just as far as I was for you. F you. God, I love being stalked. Like, fuck. It tastes even sweeter when they claim they've moved on. And even have a new man. Like, please, baby, show me how obsessed you are. I fucking love it. The pathetic links you're willing to go stalk me. Again, probably this person was actually stalking them, right? This never went further than they hate watching streams and sniping queues and rivals, as far as I'm aware. It's only worth noting to see other two in detail make you question a little on how accurate the framing of this situation is. So, sounds like they might have been hate watching, but obviously not like actually stalking. Let's continue.
Talking stage number 2. This one took place in Respawn. The chain of events goes that he was in a group call with a few others and the girl of interest. Apparently, during this call, people were concerned about whether she was comfortable. This continues as later on in the day there was a group of 3 created with her, Boasty, and another, in which it slowly progresses into her asking about how Boasty is, and that he did make her feel uncomfortable. His most notable DM to her was "I wanna put a baby in you" in her DMs. She called him later the same day after confessing to the third party and her close friend how she really felt. She was flirting with him.
I don't know what to say. Wait, this is on purpose. Don't feel forced to talk to me. I'm happy to give you time. Like she's calling me a good boy pet and saying it's just a mistake. I'll dip in a second because my heart's actually plumbing. Screams trapped to me. There's not. Shout out to 180. I can't believe it. Don't believe it. I'm so off. I'm really just like lost. Should I leave? I don't think it's particularly smart to stay from my POV. I think you're only still there because you're annoying the head on your shoulders. Trying to understand, so you think I should leave, come back later, like I'm more like put it together. Yeah, well, with this, I'm being so direct and sudden after what I heard is weird. Dude, I did not hallucinate this girl saying you made her feel gross. If a dude was flirting with me and made me feel gross, I wouldn't come back to fuck with him. Good baby puppy. This is a full 180. I'm gonna put this part on the shelf, chat, because it's all private. Who really knows, right? It's what it was just called. Good boy, you get a treat. I don't know, Camden. I mean, is this true? You know what I mean? Like, he's already questionable. Is this any of this true? These are screenshots. I'm out, yeah, for the best. I think, like, my heart is bumping, it's shaking, overwhelmed. That's another thing. She said she wasn't uncomfortable, everyone else was. But then why would she say that? She said to me, ma'am. I don't know. Probably because you were lying. Probably because you were lying, but this part is, again, difficult to respond to. Because I do not understand what they're trying to get at. Yes, it's true that I was in a call and respawn point with a few people was flirting with them. This again was with verbal consent that was given in a call, in which everyone in the call said they're okay with flirting and sexual jokes to be made. We then were all just talking in the call for several hours, and I wasn't just flirting with one person. I was flirting with everyone. That doesn't make that better. That doesn't make that better. What do you mean? Oh, I wasn't flirting with just one person. I was flirting with everybody. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. I was not told at all I was making anyone uncomfortable until much, much later after the call. And I apologized to all parties involved. I reached out to somebody else close to the time to vindicate advice. While I was talking to him, he has advised I apologize and cut ties to avoid further drama. The comment I made in DMs to her of I want to put a baby in you was idiotic and not okay. Yeah, that was. That's not something you just come out and say. Like, that's not flirting. I also apologize for that profusely. She didn't try calling me, which I was very confused about, as she just claimed to my friend that she was uncomfortable that she tried on call. I was anxious, paranoid, and panicking that she might be trying to get me in more trouble. I eventually did join the call and talk to her and immediately apologize. Okay. Let's continue. He just sounds creepy, right, chat? Like what I'm taking away from this is he just sounds creepy.
He confirmed
Red flag,
with
yeah.
her. This was the main instance where her friend wanted to file a report but was eventually talked down. So most of this blew over. Forced added here before it showed information regarding emotionally abusive behavior towards women. The person requested that it be removed. Close friend below are screenshots of fights and similar trends of lashing out, then backpedaling. The worst would be last, where he lashes out at someone who is currently having a panic attack, as they progressively watch it come on. As they DM for an answer, he was streaming rivals in a VC to others. This is about the same person he is now in a talking stage with.
Hold on, after fucking everything I've told you, even with me having everything as platonic, and my pronouns, you still don't trust me. I flirt for fun. It's fun. I don't see every woman I meet as a sexual object to be used for my pleasure, and I sure as hell am not gonna hurt them. A little fact about most of the women I have had sex with, they initiated it. They said they wanted to. They came over and made their intentions clear. Only thing I did was go through with it. If this talk you want to have is genuinely about that, no, I don't think I want to call because you got me absolutely fucked up. If you think I'm going to stay here after that night I just had and talk to you, when you just gave me an ultimatum when I was spiraling to the pits of hell, my mental, a little bit selfish, don't you think? But no, I'm done fighting for your ass to stay because it's always something new. You want to say you want to leave, you're welcome to it, but it's time. It's going to be on my own accord. No, it's not about you flirting. Then what? Because I haven't done nothing to you. And you seemingly get upset after I told you I didn't want to talk to anyone. It's genuinely about how I view things and the dynamic between us. I like for everything to be honest about front. I don't like me getting pissed off constantly either. So they just need to talk, you know? It's about me not being entirely honest about how I'm feeling. I'm sorry for lashing out. It's made me think it was about me flirting because Blank said this. Talks about going numb a good bit to a lot of people. Believe it or not, I've opened up to you about a lot of my feelings. I didn't know how to show that I was appreciative. I forced a smile and said, thank you, but it sounded and felt empty. I genuinely forgot how to feel, so the fact that I'm able to word as much of it as I have to use shows that I care. You seemed okay though. I know you're hurting, but like, are you talking about me venting the blank? I just said this. You lie to me about how you feel, so what I'm learning, huh? You're not a bird, just be open. Are you always entirely honest with me about how you feel at every point? Because I know you are. It's just like I have a lot going on, swinging spiral. That's cap, dude. I've been really honest in as much as you let me be. I'm not here the worst from you at all. I know it's because you're drinking, you aren't alone, dude. I know. Again, this is just like, this is kind of the interpersonal stuff, right? But that doesn't explain why he's so creepy, you know? Let's see. You've also had to come back anyways, like it's chat for Team B. It's gonna be there. Hear me, this dude. I hate it here already. This is AIDS. Respectfully, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to be around these people. In context, the person 3 stacking with them made a joke about Blue being groomed on an open mic to the team. What? He was made aware of the joke days before, and it was said to a friend who was male. What the fuck? Huh? Well, look, this is important, and the only thing I talk about this because we really need to sort this out. It's been damn near impossible to keep constantly hanging out with you recently because everybody I introduced you to, you just don't like. I have people I want to hang around with, and I always like including you in that, but I can't keep isolating myself because you just don't like anyone I know. Yeah, what the hell? This seems like just like in like some kind of like this interpersonal stuff. They're like disagreeing with each other about their friends. But anyway, let's move on. This is I'm reading this really quickly and I don't think I understand this part. They go on to like ghost them. I don't understand this part. Put that up on the shell chat. Let's continue.
Miscellaneous information as of writing, September 16th, 2025. Boasty VA, despite his claims of being a voice actor and lyricist, however there is no defined proof under his stage name, Boasty VA.
Oh, so he lied about his work.
He claims to have worked on music with sexual themes, working as a lyricist. However, the song's debut date would then imply that the artist worked with a minor to write these lyrics, as Boasty is only 20, soon to be 21. You also cannot find Boasty VA, or his legal name linked to any produced music via Spotify. This is where he claims the works he has his name on are published. Boasty has claimed to have killed 2 people, and that is what his body count means.
My body count too, 8. How is the number so small, by the way? Like how my body count isn't for sex. I don't even know that number. Plus, he claims to have a Yale scholarship and $1 million house being built on a plot in Miami, Florida. However, he is somehow extremely broke all the time, not to mention the fact that he's, in fact, a shut-in with no income released during the summer 2025. He has a history of saying really inappropriate stuff in female streamers' Twitch chats. I wish there was, like, proof for this, but, the best orgasm-inducing sex you ever had. What? Like, even in context, like, what? Well, is there any context that this would, like, be better? Like, what the fuck?
On November 24th, 2020.
All right, anyway, let's take a look here at this video that is linked here. What? Yeah, Nintendo Uncle. Please view this video here, made by Reggie, for even more information. All right, let's do it.
On November 24th, 2024, I had the unfortunate circumstance of confronting this cornball. And
okay, so that crackle is in the video, by the way,
since
chat.
then he has a tendency to delete all his past tweets off
I thought
the
it
face
was
of the earth, either to hide all his lies or just because he has that much time on his hands. As you can see here, the oldest tweet that currently exists on his page dates back to about 2 months ago. That exchange no longer exists, so I'm going to read off my favorite tweets of his that I have screenshotted for continuity's sake. Starting off strong, some of my favorite tweets of his is when his opinion on things drastically changes to conform the greater community's opinion. Like this one. Ironically enough, if you scroll down while that exact tweet was still up on his page, this tweet was also reposted by him at the exact same time. And let's not forget when he denounced talking about politics on Maine and then went on a whole string talking about, you guessed it, politics. Another favorite genre of tweets I like that he posts is when
very,
he tweets
very
about shit that
hypocritical.
absolutely never happened. Like this tweet
Yeah, at
said
least the crackle's kind of nice. It's like
he graduated
ASMR.
college with a GPA of 4.27, despite the fact that he would have had to gone to school for maybe 3 semesters at best, and he was also 19 at the time of his graduation. But I digress. Here's another good one where he tweeted about how he pulled a gun on a legend.
Bro, it's... I have a theory. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. So they lie about their age and lie about who they are. They lie about all this stuff they did. They lie about their successes, guys. Is this Amaryllis Bloom? I'm just saying, chat. I'm just saying, chat. I'm just saying this could be Amaryllis Blue. For all we know, Amaryllis Blue is everybody.
I can't even read this straight. Where he pulled a gun on an alleged bike thief that was gonna make off with his tricycle or something. I don't know, but he said he hated guns, then I can't even read that. I don't know, but he said he hated guns, then proceeded to repost and tweet the same stuff out like months after.
No, if he said he hated guns, he's like, I have a body count, and they didn't know I had a gun when I was gonna go after those people. What the fuck?
This happened. Like, I'm not even kidding. So something had to have changed. I don't know. Going a bit off platform, but
so
did
confused.
I tell you the same guy also definitely is not a VA at all? I have 3 accounts stating that they have never seen him prove.
So basically what I'm gathering, chat, is this guy's a big fucking liar. You can't trust anything they say. And also they're a big creep.
That he is one. And outright
I mean, I think
claim
that wraps
he's
it up.
full of baloney. Even one account stating that he claimed to have worked on High School DxD, which would have came out when he was...
What?
Hold on.
He worked on High School
2012, so when he
DxD.
was 7. This is also the same...
He probably lied about his
I can
age.
only assume in
BT
some
dubs.
sort of wicked act of manipulation, pretended to overdose 3 different times to 3 separate women.
That is horrible.
How is this even possible? Brothers
That is
using
horrible.
this like an ultimate. And don't get me started on the thirst tweeting. Dear God, you swear he's in the Sahara. With how much there is. Oh, and let's not forget the crown jewel of them all when he begged for money unnamed 3 different times. So he's also just broke bum. We truly cannot get any lower.
Not a good look. Let's take a look here at Vtuber Rivals 2. Which he did. Actually, you know, we could probably fly through this because we already talked about this on Wednesday. But to remind you, Boasty got banned from Vtuber Rivals, and he was like, oh, they just didn't want to listen to my feedback, blah, 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 blah. But the reason that he got banned was because of all of this stuff. Yeah, and this is from his document that we read. I am going to skip this since you already read it, but that's basically the nutshell. He was mad he got banned from Vtuber Rivals. He said they didn't have a reason. It's because he criticized them. But really it's because of all of the horrible stuff that he did, right? Little response to Boasty VA's doc. So, Boasty made a doc, chat, but it is long gone. I was not able to get it. But there are some screenshots in here, so let's take a look.
He knew that he reminded me of my ex, and he openly let me cross a lot of boundaries. He was aware of this. I didn't like my behavior, and I have since become much less unhinged. I would also attempt to make plans and talk with him, but he would often ignore it, say yes, then never show, or simply just never tell me no. I was aware my behavior sucked, and I myself was aware and would attempt to distance myself
it's just straight up
where I
like
could.
cool.
However, my mistakes within this mess are a lot less damning and disgusting. I was simply unhinged and gross because I met someone who reminded me of my ex a month after the breakup. I take full responsibility on that because I'm much better now. I don't have shame because I grew as a person after being so short-sighted.
I understand not talking much when your mental is terrible. I do respect it. I just know you're talking to anybody else but me. It's the action that drives me mad because I will get ignored. I didn't see you hang out with someone. It fucking sucks because this is what Blink would do to me, probably their ex. Constantly striking such a sore fucking spot. You and added me crazy. Makes the thing glitch out because this starts to be really weird, man. Believe it or not, I try not to be a freak. I've also been sleeping early, but that's not the point. You just seem to avoid so much, and why would I just like to talk as one last time thing to either resolve whatever I can or cut my losses? Yeah, he gave me weird vibes too, Kinram. I'm not avoiding. I genuinely was completely booked yesterday with me supposed to be able to play Rivals for charity, and also me having to make up something for a friend. And I was also supposed to queue with Perk last night, but I forgot because I fell asleep. I'm not avoiding, I'm just overbooked and exhausted. Dude, I need you to understand, fully honest, you've not respected my time at all. I got you a spot for my team, you didn't communicate shit. Asked you to hang out twice, you bailed. I get one call with you and you spend half the time I get to talk with you in a week and a half hyper-focus on something else. I mean, remember, he is a little guy. Does this cover all the 3 fucking things you've done to me? Or just one of the 3 fuckings? One of we can hang out while she dips 2. Also, we need to read this one screen he is talk. This is what he censored. So he's transphobic. Oh, wonderful. Let's add that to the list. Great. I don't know. Everything is platonic. I mean, maybe he's talking about types. I don't know. I don't know what this means. I know I jumped to the worst conclusion here, but I don't know in what context this looks good. I don't know why he'd censored, but he did. Oh, okay. These are the ones in his document that he provided, but he actually censored this part. Okay, so he absolutely meant it badly. It makes you look a lot worse that you censored it. Yep, contrary, I censored the R slur in my screenshots. As I know it's offensive and some people don't fuck with it at all. Made a joke about being a flirt, not a sex pest to one guy. What about my guy? How is a massive flirt? What the fuck did you do, man? And then in gin chat and flirted with a bunch of women. Don't not complain about being a sex pest if your actions match out wording. So showing he's very hypocritical. He's hiding stuff in his document, etc. Right? Don't you just tell people massive flirt? Might have you just pre-flirting with blank girl pal? LMAO, giving you the nastiest side eyebrow that my gay bestie calling dips. He said my bio was targeted. Yeah, he does mainly waff around and confirm some claims here. I'm comfortable with who I am now. I want to see my behavior is cringy and gross. Help me realize what I was saying. There's some screenshots in the OG tweet, which you already looked at on the blacklist. He immediately said I doxed him. Don't know who that is, but he doxed someone else. His words. What, you guys saw the document he forwarded? We literally dox people's stuff, right? Yeah, look, listen to this. So, I want to give you a nutshell here. So, number 1, he doxes people. Number 2, he might be transphobic. Number 3, he clearly is a crimson flag around any female. He is just really, really creepy. Number 4, he's just a big fucking liar.
The image is continued above. Click the link. He forwarded the doxing message above in this document. So it's not just in his private group chat. Publicly obtained information is still doxing. Since you included how much information about this person? Family, work, school, siblings? That message was also sent outside
of that group chat.
Forwarded. If I knew nothing
forwarded.
about
That's
that
so fucked
person
up.
but the information he
That is
showed
beyond
in that
fucked
message,
up, actually.
I could find their address. That is scary. The body count thing he has told to more than just me, apparently. So no, it's not an inside joke, it's an edgy body count. Framing me as objectifying women is interesting because I would say your gooning to women is a bit silly. You can see me fuck around with it. It was my way of teasing him. He would drop everything to flirt with women. Especially when he DMs you.
I just sat here for almost 3 hours and told 6 women what to do and praised them when they did well. Best night of my life. Sorry the joke had to be made. Even still, if he would show the full screenshot, he would probably tell it was a shit post. Oh my god, you're accurate for once. Anyway, I was in the shower and before you yell at me, I know I'm stupid. Competitive for once. So when will we, if ever, will you be done gooning it to the women? Those conversations I had with the guy were pretty normal. Yeah, he is Batman though, remember. The teammate screamed shit was messy regardless. Wasn't even honest with me 5 days before we stopped interacting. You're not allowed to stand up to authority, dummy. So sorry you got mad at me for, bro. Wasn't mad, you would get angry at me, don't lie. Okay, tiny a little bit because it was a lot more dickish and respectful. Be honest with me, damn, you didn't honestly sound that bad. It just kind of the worst parts. I mean, okay, this guy's clearly just shitty. You know?
Mind you, this is about me. If you follow, he last minute ditched team I got him a tryout for. Apparently that's fine. However, I ditched last minute on a team he got me on. If you read above in the document, you saw me mentally degrade in front of him as he blames my mental in the below screenshot for why I acted why I did. I am referring to my panic attack, mentioned
Gotcha.
above in the document. You can see me freak out and progressively slowly into what eventually led me to get out of this clusterfuck. He left my ass to fucking rot. That's mad personal,
That's
dude.
rough. Like everyone, oh, this is the one we already read this one. About the introducing to friends. Oh, that is rough. That is actually rough.
I also don't know who
Very,
I
very
talked
personal
shit
though,
about,
chat, you know?
who was his friend. I genuinely couldn't tell you. Everyone I said I disliked were me saying stuff like their voice kinda gets to me or stuff like that. It's not like I said, I fucking hate this guy. As he actively knows that higher voices can give me headaches, or I'd asked for clarification. I have interacted with many people on God's green earth, but he seems to be the only one who had such massive trouble with me when I communicated a want or boundary. If you take anything from this, it's that I overcommunicate, and was really fucking stupid to stick around so long.
I get
Also,
that.
like dude, my response wasn't bad considering it was nearly a month of my time. I turned down other offers, and I was not told why I was rejected or what I needed
That's
to
fair.
improve.
I'm not a fan of the wait for an HR email. It ultimately does nothing for me, nor does it clarify anything in a constructive manner. I have no plan to stick around after playing for a week, nearly two, only to get weekly denied. I refuse to believe this skill gap between Boasty and I is that much of a cavern where he plays once and gets in when I'm showed 3 times for attorney for again at HR emails. So I see. Again, this was out of Boasty's doc, so you're just kind of refuting some of that stuff, right?
As for the team section, Vtuber rivals, nearly everyone had contact with him. It was a wake-up call for those associated with him.
Batman gets laid.
All people would step away from
Mango,
Boasty
what
or
the
straight
fuck?
don't support him. I am simply tired of people, much like the guy at the end of his doc, downplaying his behavior. Anyone who associates
Yeah, I'm really
with
sad
him
we didn't
should
get
be
his
warned,
document.
and
He
that
was
if they
gone before I
continue
could get
to
a hold of
support
it.
him.
Or
However,
screenshots.
any issues
So I'm really
people
sorry
had
about
with
that,
me,
chat.
I handled in DMs. The team shit didn't matter to him in particular, but he did scrim with them. Attacking me because my doc is formatted with a shitload of pictures is interesting. It looks like shit because
Yeah,
I uploaded a lot
I mean,
of
it doesn't
evidence,
matter anyway.
unlike his,
You can
which
see
is
the stuff.
20 pages of writing, and some of it is me being weird. I'm not concerned with looks as I am vomiting information. Again, no proof of any of the VA or whatever have you claims. He could have linked one anime or hentai.
He could have linked one anime or hentai, but didn't link a song, didn't show any DMs. So it's like, hey, trust me, bro. Yeah, let's continue. I mean, I can even stop here, and
I
you
have
pretty
heard
much
from other sources
you
that
pretty
he
much
lies
get the
about
picture about
claims
this
I have
guy, right,
against
chat?
him. I hear
I don't
more
think there's
he's
much else
lying
to
than
say.
seeing proof against it. When proof is any form of credits or confirmation. If someone
That's true,
asked
he did,
me, can you
voice
drive?
him.
I wouldn't go on a
HX8.
paragraph-long tirade. I'd show my license. He claims people harass him when they're just out stuff like I have. So by
Yeah,
his
very, very
wording,
creepy.
I am harassing him. The account hosting the doc is harassing him. When he could have not done anything shown here or on Twitter. Whether he posted his weird Twitch chat stuff consistently, I'm not certain. However, if you look at his Twitter there are many images like that. I could say it's malice, he could say it's not. Do what you will. I didn't know him at the time, but I know his behavior. Also, like most people who meet Boasty, they eventually go to those who have a lot of information on him, or they meet those who do.
Who do have that information? My ex, it was something we did with Reggie when I was dating her. Now follow supports Reggie. It is harassment towards me and anybody associated with me. There are countless occasions where my ex or friends and Reggie will try dragging people into this by posting screenshots to me in their comment section. This has very obviously made many people uncomfortable, so they were ignored and blocked. After talking to me about what really happened and what 99% of them took my side, while the other percent there's this scene different to avoid drama. Like, bro, if you're gonna make a document, you gotta like add the proof into it. You know what I mean? Like, where's the proof? If you're gonna refute something, you can't be like, oh, like these people said that. Well, like, did they actually? Where's the proof? You know?
Reggie knew about this shit way
Where's
before
the
I
proof?
met Boasty. His ex has bundles of screenshots against him. Nothing I showed above is nearly as bad. As for siding, well, it's quite the opposite. As there are more people against than with him at this point. I did
Yeah, I would
warn
agree.
a woman against being around him. Why? Well, let me gesture broadly at everything here and on Twitter for you.
Yeah.
He can be mad all he
that's
wants
true.
about that.
That's absolutely true. I mean, I do not want to be in the same space as this guy reading all this, you know?
Also, whether not certain, but my last conversation with him was, as nearly any interaction with this guy went, setting up plans, attempting to at least. I already unadded him and just talked to him because he was sadly, still in my social circles. He was however, banned from Respawn, and it is likely he thought me the culprit, as others did. So he never messaged me back from August 25, 2025. He would just hide how he felt instead of talking about anything like an adult. Despite me actually trying to get him to BTW, but he would just do big bulk messages and act like nothing happened. So yeah, I'm not really concerned with him. I'm more concerned with the fact that my ass used to be a raging red flag. Regardless, he should probably post screenshots of evidence and not me being weird to back up claims.
Yeah, like, again, if you're gonna make a claim, there's gotta be some kind of, like, physical evidence or something behind it, right, chat? So this is just, yeah, his response was pretty shitty looking at it overall. So, that is the end of the document, chat. What I can tell you is he's out of here. That is right. His Twitter is long gone, chat, but I do want to add to this just a little bit. So I'm not going to read this full document, but I at least want to make you aware of it. Safiria actually released her own document. And in this document, she goes on to address some things. So remember the time somebody made a lol Akbar joke around me and asked him to stop because I'm Muslim and it made me uncomfy? He proceeds to say it's like, I tell my friends that all terrorists are Muslim, but all Muslims are terrorists. Apparently that was boasting. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you say something like that? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. So certainly go check out that tweet. There is also a YouTube video that kind of covers some of this stuff as well. If you want to go check this out, this was made by Manager Jojo Clips. I'll give you the link to that as well. I'm not going to watch you go through these because it kind of repeats a lot of the stuff that I showed you. But there is another point of contention here, which I know we talked about as body count. And this was basically something that Saphira had retweeted. You know, we had Vtubers who did all sorts of crimes. I'd yet to see Vtuber admitted to allegedly killing a guy and got away with it. Guess that's now checked off the list. LMA home. From posties, a VA's response document about his body count. Remember, he did say earlier, I got away with it, right? I don't know if he was talking about the car or this, but for the body count, this is entirely my fault. I have an eternal joke where I talk about how I have killed a part of me. This is a joke I don't explain a lot as I used to deal with trauma. I deal with it as trauma. Only part of this is, that is true. I do have a body count where I defended my best friend from her abused, drunk, rapist, and piece of shit boyfriend. He died of a head injury after I hit him multiple times in self-defense after he tried attacking me to get to her. I understand that bragging about this or talking about it in any manner is uncomfortable for a lot of people, which is entirely understandable, and I apologize. It's not okay for me to do, and I won't excuse my behavior at all. I want to lie and say it's not true. The case was considered self-defense in defense of another person, so I had no repercussions, but I did get psychiatric help for it. So, I think the one he said he was getting away with was the car one. Yeah, at this point, I don't even fucking know what like even matches up because this guy is just such a fucking liar. But yeah, to sit there and be like, oh yeah, like I don't even know if this is a true story, chat. Who even knows? And that's really all like legal, right? Like the legal team seem to be involved with that, not me, but what the fuck, chat? What the fuck? This postie story is just absolutely insane. So full of lies, creepiness, and just a bad person. So it seems like they're gone, chat. What do you think about this? What's your thoughts on this one? My God, dude. My brain hurts after like reading all that. Just like, what the fuck? I really wish I could have got his original document because I wanted to read it. And by the time I got back to it, he was gone and the document was just gone. Yeah, it was. It was a ride, huh? It was like a fucking roller coaster, like up and down. I'm like, oh my God. So, there you go, chat. There's the story of Boasty. We have talked about it. Obviously, they are not trustworthy. They're creepy. If you see them around, make sure you separate from them. Absolutely creepy. let's go look at a little bit of corporate VTuber news. I'm going to talk about outside of Hololive, and we'll finish up with Hololive today. First up, guys, Aegis Link is actually introducing a group called Remnant. They're actually going to be debuting coming up October 11th. Let's take a look. Very much out of their mind. No, not Vshoujo. Sorry, the number wasn't high enough to be Vshoujo. Never mind. My bad. Yeah, sorry. We need more. We need more money lost to be Vshoujo. That was a dirty joke. That was a dirty joke. That brain. That's definitely not me. Running gun is you. Yep. I'm Run Gun. This whole time, chat, I've actually been using you all. That's right. This whole time, I've been Run Gun. That's right. You never guess. You never guess if I was an elf girl. You never see it coming. That's right. I got you. It was me, Barry. It was me. Oh my god. So anyway, chat, here is, of course, Aegis Link. You need to be cooked. What the fuck? Wait, why am I Minecraft? I don't want to be Minecraft. I don't want to be Minecraft. What the Damn you, Kiro. That's right. It was me. It was me, Gunrun, the Minecraft elf. That's right. Oh my god. So anyway, that is what's going on with Aegis Link. Oh my god. On top of that, guys, Everflame Group is closing. This is a VTuber group. They, of course, are closing. Saying thank you for everything. Everflame is set to announce the closure of the indie group effective October 4th. So wish all those members all the best. That is quite sad to see them all go their separate ways. So, in other news, guys, Vizatsu has just announced themselves. It looks like they are on the streets now as part of the VTuber stuff going on. Independently owned VTuber agency and production company that aims to create quality entertainment for VTuber fans around the world. So, a brand new kind of VTuber agency. So let's go take a look at what Chizu had to say. Today we're happy to announce Conspiracy, our first generation of VTuber talents. Give it to us, Chizu. What's up?
Hi, I'm Chizu Koyote, company president of Vizatsu.
That's cool.
Today I'd like to unveil Vizatsu's first core project. I'm happy to announce that the planning stage for Conspiracy, Vizatsu's first generation of VTuber talent, has already begun. We will be looking for talented, skilled, and passionate creators to bring our virtual personas to life. Auditions for Vizatsu Conspiracy will open later this year. Follow the official Vizatsu Twitter account for upcoming announcements. Also, be on the lookout for Vizatsu's first collaborative project, a concert featuring 17 VTubers, coming soon. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.
17 VTubers, that sounds good. Nice soon. Well, that looks like something to look forward to, chat, with Vizatsu. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for them and let you know if anything happens. In other news, guys, there is a new adult VTuber company on the streets. And of course, that is Iroi, who says, ready to venture on a new stage of AV tubing, sorry. Step into the spotlight with Iroi. More details to come, 10/10. So we already know one talent, and I was part of that. So it looks pretty cool. Like maybe in line with like Vlure, but they say like create top tier adult leaning VTubers and not safe for work audio content. So looks really cool, chat. I'll definitely let you know what goes on with that. I mean, it does look like we have another group coming out here, which is Catabasis. Catabasis looks like this group is going to debut on the 18th. I will let you know what goes on with that. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. In other news, guys, let's go take a look at what's going on with Hololive. And Sora actually did just have a upcoming, has a upcoming live event. It is going on in Tinkosaurus' largest ever solo live performance. That is me going down. Is called Dreams in Motion. Comes out on the January 10th, 2026. This looks awesome. So again, Sora's solo stuff is always amazing. We have another big event to look forward to. Big W. God, I literally cannot read that one right. I was stumbling on that one. In other words, guys, Miko just debuted her brand new outfit as well. For her 3D. Take a look. It's super duper cute. I know I told you guys we'll follow up with you on this, so looks great. And also, Susie just did her new outfit, kind of in line with that as well. So we have like the whole like schoolgirl outfits for Hololive, looking absolutely incredible. So there you go, guys. Looks great. Looks really, really good. Love them. Speaking of Miko and Susie, they actually just announced their brand new song that they did together. Take a listen to this one. If you want to check it out, the full thing is on YouTube. I think it's called Lollipop Me Comet. So anyway, let's take a quick listen. I like the beat for this. Oh, really, Real John? That'd be so funny if I just mentioned it immediately after. That's cool. I like the beat. Very, very nice. So anyway, let me go check that out, chat. In other news, it does look like we had a few interviews go down. So of course, I'm not gonna read these, but if you want the link, let me know. Very 90s. Yeah, the beat is very 90s too. So Raoda actually just did an interview with the Outer Haven talking about her art and all kinds of other things. So certainly go check that out. Also, Shiori just did an interview with Anime Herald as well, talking with them. So certainly go check this out. It's always cool to see kind of some bigger interviews with some of the Hololive talents. On top of that, guys, Fubuki was spotted in Times Square. That is right. They're taking over, chat. They're taking over. Fubuki is everywhere. So here's were some pictures of her in Times Square. Super cute. You can see the little drawings. Happy birthday, Fubuki. Very, very cute. Oh my god, I love that art. That's cool. Yeah, it's a big celebration of her birthday. Very, very cute. I love that. I love that so much. That's so cute. And then finally, chat, as always, it is Sunday. I got a holograph for you. Here we go. This one is titled Baldi. Oh yeah, Vtuber's been in Times Square for like a lot lately. It's been cool. It's been really cool. Oh shit. Guys, what was the name of Squidward when he became a superhero? You remember he's like, Krakatoa! That's exactly what just happened. What was his name? Yeah, Krakatoa! What was his name, chat? I forget what it was called. Captain Magma. Yeah, that was it. Correct. These are always so much fun. I love these. And there you go, chat. That's all I got for you today. Although we did have a pretty... Why did I float... Why am I floating in space? I don't think I know where to put my model. You know, I told you that we had we didn't have a lot of stories, but we had a lot of things to talk about. And certainly with everything going on with the viewership, we just got to keep having that conversation, chat. We got to keep putting it out there. We got to keep bringing it to people's attention, okay, chat? Keep talking about it. Keep having that conversation. Let people know what's going on. And don't let up, okay, chat? We gotta let Twitch know, what the fuck is going on. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you so much for an amazing, amazing stream. As always, I appreciate you coming by the news. I had a great time, and I hope you did too. We're gonna go see the amazing Yomi, as always, YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of my YouTube viewers. Bye, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Twitter, thank you.